Hey Jane, I'm just getting everything set up, okay? We'll be going on in a few minutes. Good morning, Dan, Jane, and Leanna.
Morning.
Paula.
Sorry, I was just getting my docket together, getting one together for the judge. We do have people in the waiting room. I'm going to find out now if they needed MIDC, if they don't already have one, and who they are if they're not labeled. So give me a second, please. And then I'll get Judge in here. Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright?
How you doing, Mel?
I'm good. Can I ask what your first name is so I can get you labeled for the judge?
DeAudre. D''A.
I got it. I see it on the docket. I'm just trying to get you set up and ready to go before the judge. Are you going to want to speak to an in-house attorney today, or are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, I'll get the judge in here in just a few moments. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room for a minute, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Is your name Ayana Alcender?
Yes.
And what case, you're on that one. Oh, are you a victim?
No.
What are you checking in for?
I'm the attorney for Jason Appling.
I saw Appling. That's why I asked if you were a victim. Jason is in the waiting room. Do you want me to bring him in and you two can go in a breakout room, or do you need one?
We're ready to proceed. I was going to ask for a short adjournment for discovery.
Okay. Let me put you back in and I'll get the judge in here and let him know we've got people in the waiting room, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Grab that, everyone, then. Please, thank you, honey. I gotta find him. I'm just gonna text him.
Good morning, Jane. If you're there, all I see is a blank screen, but I see your name.
how do you pronounce your last name? Is it Elsender?
Yes,
Okay. Judge is going to be on in 1 second. I'm bringing your client in as well.
thank you.
Good morning, Counselor. Your appearance for Mr. Appling, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ayana Elstendor, P 79118, appearing on behalf of Mr. Appling.
All right, Counsel, the prosecutor on this file has placed a plea offer in the file. The offer is if Mr. Appling pleads to the misdemeanor operating while intoxicated, then the traffic control civil infraction would be dismissed.
Okay. Your Honor, we're asking for a short adjournment for discovery.
Okay. Look at your calendar.
Okay, I've got it up.
I'll give you 3 dates, and then if you pick a date, we'll talk times. March 31, April 7, or April 14.
March 31.
All right. 10:30 work?
Yes.
All right. And the APA on this is Jane Gillis.
Okay.
If you want to contact Jane to talk about your discovery.
Will
And
do.
let's take care of an arraignment first. Mr. Appling, would you waive formal reading, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Appling, sir, I've got your address on Kimberly Lane. Is that right? Oh, you're muted, sir.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. And could you provide me a phone number so we can put it on the file?
Yes, area code 248-302-7009.
Thank you, sir. And are you employed? And if so, where at?
Yes, I'm employed at Detroit Public Schools Community District.
Thank you. All right, counsel, I'm assuming he's a good risk for a personal bond.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Appling, I'm going to put you on a personal bond. 2 conditions. The first one is I do not want you to purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance unless you've got a doctor's prescription for that substance. Second condition is you need to cooperate with your attorney so that on March 31, we can get something accomplished, hopefully.
Yes.
Put your hand in the right hand in the air, please. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court amount of $1,000 if you violate bond?
I swear, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Counsel, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll leave it to you to contact Ms. Gillis. If you have any problems, then track me down and I'll work them out.
Will do. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Stay safe. Mr. Appling, I love that blue behind you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Very nice.
Appreciate that.
Have a nice day.
Next,
Who's next, Paula?
I'm going to bring in Deandre Wright, who's scheduled at 8:40. And he did not want an attorney, so.
Thank you.
Can you pass me that coffee?
Oh, I don't have a file for him.
Let me check with Heather. She's on her way in to help us, Judge.
All right. Mr. Wright, we're going to put you in the waiting room until we can get our hands on your file.
It should just be a moment, sir.
Who else you got, Paula?
I got to find out who this city TV streams is.
Go ahead. No, I just found Mr. Wright's file in
Okay,
the S's upside down.
okay. Whoever that is isn't connecting anyway. I'll bring Mr. Wright in and let Heather know.
Mr. Wright, found your file.
Okay.
Got a file here from August 9, 2020. The charge is operating with no license or with multiple licenses. This is a misdemeanor, carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. I've also got from that same date, a civil infraction speeding ticket. The prosecutor has made an offer. If you plead guilty to the added charge of allow unlicensed driver to operate a vehicle and plead responsible to the speeding ticket, then the no license charge would be dismissed. The allow unlicensed driver would not have any license sanctions with the Secretary of State. The no license or multiple license is likely to have some adverse consequences. You understand the offer that's being made?
Yes. Yes.
Do you have enough information, Mr. Wright, to make a decision on that offer?
Yes.
What would you like to do today, sir?
I'm gonna take the one that don't involve me getting sanctions on my license.
All right, you want to take the deal from the prosecutor?
Yeah.
Gotcha. August 9, 2020, did you operate a vehicle near the location of 94 Middle Belt Road in the city of Romulus?
Yeah.
And at that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
I'll accept your plea to the added charge, sir, and I will dismiss the original charge. Are you also pleading responsible to the speeding ticket?
Yes.
Thank you. I've got your address on Van Born, is that correct?
Yes.
How about a phone number for the file, Mr. Wright?
313-856-4448.
Thank you. And looking at your driving record, your record is clear. You're driving legally now. All right. Is there anything you want me to consider, sir, before I set the terms of your sentence?
Yeah, at the time, it wasn't that I was driving with no license due to the fact I was just driving with no license. It was, I think I got a ticket, and due to the COVID thing that was going on with the timing of it, I didn't realize that the actual license had got suspended. That's what it was, but that's really it.
Okay. All right, fines and costs on this file, sir, $400. The speeding ticket is $130, so the total is $530. I can give you a due date if you can pay that within 30 days, or I'll just set you up with a monthly payment plan, whatever works best for you.
The monthly payment plan is cool.
How much do you want to pay every month, and when can you start paying?
100 next week.
Friday, the 26th work?
Yep.
All right, any questions?
Yeah, if I just want to pay it off earlier, I can do that. I don't have to stick
We'll
to
always take money early, and we'll always take extra money.
All right, thank you, man.
Anything else, sir?
No, that's it.
Enjoy your day.
You too.
Thank you.
Hey, Judge,
Good morning.
how are you?
Good.
Jane wanted me to let you know it keeps telling her that she's in, but she can't see or hear us. So she's having technical issues and she's going to try to log back in.
Interesting. All right, we'll watch for her. Thank you.
Yep. And then I have Cheryl Owsley with Jane. I just wanted to waive Miss Owsley's presence if you'd let me and set her for a bench trial.
Is that with an O, Owsley?
Yes. She's, I believe, at 9.
Thanks. Yeah, I found her.
Okay.
All right, Cheryl Owsley, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Miss Owsley. I'd asked to waive her appearance for today's hearing.
Thank you.
And we'll be conducting a bench trial, Your Honor, at this time. Ms. Gillis is still going to see if she can get an alternative plea offer for Miss Owsley. So if we are able to resolve the matter, we'll contact the court ahead of
Okay.
time. Back.
Jane's in, or she's coming in. You want to do a Zoom or live? What are we doing?
You know, I didn't really ask Miss Owsley if she had a preference. Could we set it for live? And if she would like a Zoom, I'll call back.
Sure. Paul, we got dates for that? Got it. March 31, April 7, or April 14, Miss Belcher?
April 14, Judge.
Got it.
Morning, Jane.
Hey, I don't know what's going on. I just shut my computer down. I'm gonna start back up and see if something's wrong. So I'm on my phone now.
Okay, go ahead, play with your computer. We're all right here.
And on since 8:15. I was feeling ignored. I guess I was not connected properly.
Actually, I had the same feeling. I thought, why isn't she responding when I tell her things?
Oh. I sent you chat notes and I got no response. I'm like, let's get this party started. What's going on?
Let me see. Are you ready for the next one, Judge?
I am. Who would that be?
David Kamor, Komor, and he's scheduled at 9:10.
Thank you.
Most of my files have offers. Couples say no offer. I don't want to give them an offer. And then there's maybe 10%, which I just was confused and wanted to talk to the attorney. Okay, 4919. What's the rest of the number?
For what, Jane?
Your number. I'm 4919.
Oh, Zoom number 491-975-6074. Paul, this is another file that's not in order. I gotta find it.
Okay. I'll let Mariah know that they need to double check those before they come in.
I mean, I went through them yesterday, but
We're gonna blame you then, because I've got a number of files that are out of order.
No, I just kept flipping them as I did them, flipping them
And
as
you're
I
the
did.
one that turned them upside down?
Jane, are you going to sign off? Because let me bring you in on your computer. I show you.
You show me now? Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to be brought in on my computer if you can
All
bring
right.
me. Okay.
Jane, do you have any notes on Mr. Kimura?
Okay, I got you up twice. So
No.
you can hang up your phone.
It was improper load. Is there a fine for that?
Oh, I got him in the Fs.
Wait, don't
Bring him
blame
in,
me.
Paula.
I put them in order. Okay, wait.
Jane, can you hang up your phone because we're getting
Fine to
feedback.
How do I get?
You know what? I'll just go ahead and.
I got it.
Okay.
I wish someone had told me you guys weren't hearing me because I would have tried again. I thought you were ignoring me.
By the way, good morning, Judge. Good morning, Jane.
Good morning, Dan.
Excuse me. Jane, I tried to say hi to you. You didn't respond to me, so I'm taking it personally.
I just didn't know that you guys, I thought I was all signed in. I could see the judge and they're all on mute. And I thought, well, maybe it was 8:15. I thought, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everything starts at 9.
Let's see if Sarah Odom is connected, Paula.
Okay. I'm going to send Mr. Kimura a chat.
Okay.
Is Sarah Odom your case, Dan?
If she wants me.
Sharon's name is on it, so she must have spoke to Sharon the first time around.
Okay.
Miss Odom, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good morning.
Good
Miss
morning.
Gillis, would you like to explain to Miss Odom the offer that's been made?
Is this the case that I know, I talked to him yesterday. We would like her to take some anger management classes and then come back in a few months. And if she's completed everything, we're just going to dismiss the case out.
All right, Miss Odom, you understand that?
Well, yes, but I don't even know the accusations being brought against me. I know the names of the charges, but I don't even know what this is about. I haven't been contacted by my attorney or anything.
Okay.
So I'm not going to plead to something that I don't even know what I'm being charged with. And I'm really kind of irritated because nobody seems to want to tell me this. I don't even know what's going on.
Well, if you'll quit talking, I'm going to tell you what I know.
Okay.
I've got a complaint in the file that says the complainant or victim is a Dakota Everett Payton or Heighton. Place of the offense was at 61 Carmel in Belleville. Date of the offense was June 20, looks like June 28, 2020. That's what I've got in front of me.
I don't even, I'm sorry, but I went back through all of my messages. I don't even, I'm going to say not guilty because I don't even know what everybody's
Okay.
talking about.
All right. Did you talk to one of the
Nobody's
court-appointed
answering.
attorneys back in January?
I'm sorry?
Did you talk to one of the court-appointed attorneys in January?
Nobody called me, no. I was appointed an attorney who was a stand-in, and after the case, everything just went blank, and they said they would contact me. Nobody contacted me.
Okay. Who
I
said they
called
were going to contact you? That's what, ma'am, if you don't calm down, I'm just going to move on to the other 50 people that I got to deal with today. I understand you're upset, but I can't help you if you're just going to be barking at me.
Well, I'm not
My
barking.
question was, did
Okay.
you talk to somebody? And then you said somebody was going to call me. Who was supposed to call you? I want to know who was on the file.
I don't know. She was a retired stand-in. She was filling in for somebody.
Okay, I think it was probably Miss Greer then.
Because I called to the courthouse and I asked to have a court-appointed attorney call me, but nobody did.
Okay. Jane, do you have incident reports?
I do.
Do you have the ability to email one to Mr. Batar?
Yeah, on 1/8 that we emailed, I think it must have been Sharon, the discovery, but, okay, let me shrink this. Yes, I think I have the ability to do that right now. You have to be patient with me. I'm not very techy, but I think I can do it.
There is also, my son went to a psychiatric ward. He was in and out of psych units.
Miss
And-
Odom,
Yeah.
you don't want to say anything about the case right now or any circumstances. Just remain silent, and once we get a report, we'll go over it, okay?
Mr. Batar is the court-appointed attorney today, and you're going to get a chance to talk to him, hopefully real quick.
Okay.
MyEvidence.com is not coming up. Must be why I couldn't get on earlier, because it says my server's unavailable. But I seem to be logged into Zoom right now. Wait, now it's spinning. If Dan, yeah.
All right, Miss Odom, we're going to put you in a breakout room so I can keep working on other files. And as soon as Mr. Batar has a chance to review this police report, we're going to put you in a breakout room with him.
Okay.
All right, stay with us.
You want her in the waiting room or a breakout room, Judge?
Put her in the breakout room or the waiting room, because the breakout room, she's going to be in there and then she's going to fade out. She's going to come in
Spend
and
the
Dan's
time
not going to
out.
be there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this discovery was emailed to Sharon, so
Yeah, well,
on 1/8.
if you can get it to Dan, then maybe we can accomplish something today.
Yeah, I'm trying, but my evidence.com won't come up, and that's like kind of weird because I was using it all last night.
Paul, I don't know what happened to Mr. Kamor.
I removed him because he wasn't responding
Oh,
to
he
any
just
of
hasn't
the
come back
chat.
in.
Right. Shalonda, what is the name that's on that of your name? What's your name?
Charles.
Pardon me?
Charles.
Okay, but give me your full name, please.
Charles Love Taylor.
Spell your last name for me.
You said what?
Spell your last name for me.
Love.
Oh, Charles Love. Okay.
I got him. Scheduled at 9 a.m. Mr. Taylor, I've got a file from October 17, 2020. 3 counts on the complaint. excuse me, 2 counts on the complaint, domestic violence aggravated and domestic violence simple, domestic violence. Are you prepared to go forward today without the benefit of an attorney, or would you like to talk to a court-appointed attorney?
I'll go forward.
All right. Ms. Gillis, I don't have a plea offer in this file.
Right. I tried to call the victim, couldn't get a hold of him. We don't have an actual file made on that case, but it's DV and aggravated DV. Was that the one that was originally an FA and the FA got dismissed?
Correct. It was originally a 3-count complaint, dismissed count 1 on Jan 1, people unable to proceed. That's all I put in the file. I'm assuming it's because you had no complainant, but I don't know for sure.
Right. So, and then I couldn't get a hold of the complainants. My suggestion is either do one more final pretrial and I'll subpoena them, or you can give them an attorney and we can set it for a bench trial. And if they don't show up.
Yep. Mr. Taylor, I'm
Yes.
inclined to set this for a final pretrial, require the complainants to show up on the 3 misdemeanor counts. If they don't
Okay.
show up that day, then you can make a motion to dismiss.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
Okay. The soonest date I can do that, Mr. Love Taylor, is March 21. So that's what we'll do if that's all right with you.
Yes, that's okay.
Just so you know, it will not be me that day. So I'm making a note in the file about what we're doing and why, but I just don't want you to be thrown because it's going to be another judge that you're dealing with.
Okay.
So that's going to be March 21.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
Paula.
I just was going to ask what the date was again.
Yep,
Thank you.
10:30 on the 30. 10:30 on 3/31. All right. In the meantime, your bond is continued, sir. Do you have any questions?
No.
Still at apartment 38?
No.
Pardon me?
No.
Let me have new address.
Okay, 1 second. Hello.
I'm waiting.
17298 Collin Court.
We're at
Dearborn, Michigan.
Okay, you're all set.
All right, thank you.
I'm going to bring City TV streams back in again and see if we can. Dan, were you ready for Sarah Odoms or are you still waiting?
I haven't received a report from Jane yet.
Okay, just let me know and I'll get you guys in breakout.
Oh,
Whoever
thank you.
is on City TV streams, please give me your name.
My name is Chaz Robinson.
What time were you? Oh, I see it. At 9 o'clock, Judge.
Is Dan on? Dan, can you tell me what your, hold on 1 second. Whoops.
I have Sharon Greer in the waiting room.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go. She
she's on
should
that
have
case.
the report. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm bringing
So
her in, Judge.
Just put her in a breakout room with the client.
Okay.
Sharon, we're going to put you in a breakout room with Miss Odom. Just to warn you, she's upset. Mr. Robinson, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
I've got a file from
Thank
May
you,
11.
Judge.
You're welcome. May 13, 2020, operating with no license or multiple licenses. This is a misdemeanor, sir. Carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. The prosecutor on the file has made an offer. If you plead guilty to allow unlicensed driver to operate on that date, the original charge would be dismissed. Same possible jail time and fines and costs. The main difference is the allow unlicensed driver to operate would have no adverse effects on your license with Secretary of State. The original charge is likely to result in another suspension and perhaps some points. Do you understand the offer that's been made?
Yes, sir.
Are you prepared to go forward today without benefit of an attorney, or would you like to speak to our court-appointed attorney?
I'm prepared to go for it.
All right. Do you have enough information to make a decision, sir?
Yes,
What would you like to do today, sir?
I would like to take the what you just offered me.
The prosecutor's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, did you in fact drive a vehicle on May 13, 2020 at a location near 94 and Belleville Road?
Yes, sir.
At that time, was there something wrong with your license?
Yes, sir.
What was wrong?
It was suspended.
I'll accept your plea to the added charge. I will dismiss the original. Showing your address on Van Born Road, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a phone number I can put on the court file, please?
734-444-4926.
And are you working?
I'm on disability.
Okay. And looking at your driving record, it looks like you've got a lot of cleanup to do.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti.
Yeah, I got to do the reinstatement fees and all that type of stuff.
Okay. All right. Is there anything, sir, that you'd like me to consider on your matter before I set the terms of sentence?
No, sir. I was kind of forced into driving that day, but I mean, that's neither here or now, but no, other than that, no.
Okay. Paula, are you putting Odom and Miss Greer in?
She was, Miss Odom was stuck in a pattern that would not let her come in, or I couldn't get her at all. So she backed out, and I think she's going to be calling back in.
Maybe we should tell Ms. Greer what my offer was.
That would be good.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Ms. Greer, I offered to allow her to take an anger management course, and if she completes it successfully, we'll just dismiss the whole case.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay, I can handle her.
Good luck.
I know you can, Sharon.
Mr. Robinson,
Yes.
on this file,
Thank
your
you.
fines and costs are $545. I can give you a due date if you can pay within 30 days, or I'll set you up with a monthly payment plan.
If monthly is good, but I could pay, pretty quickly, but
You can always pay
Probably-
extra money. What can you pay every month, and when can you start that?
let's just say, I could start this month and I could send you guys 150 and then probably play the balance next month.
As long as you can commit to $150 minimum, we'll start that next Friday if that works for you. And then if you want to pay it off early, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Any questions?
No.
Have a good day.
Thank
Okay, I think this may be her on this telephone number, so I'm going to try it.
Go ahead.
Mr. Connors is scheduled at 8:50.
Yep, I got him.
Okay. Telephone number 313-629-6839. Can I get your name, please?
Joseph Rowland.
Can you give me the last name again, please?
Rowland. Rowland.
Okay, I'm going to put you back into the waiting room, okay, sir? It'll be a few
Yes, ma'am.
moments. Thank you.
Okay.
Miss Paula,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to switch devices. So I'm going to come back in on my iPad and hopefully she will be back by then.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Paula, you want to send a chat to Mr. Collins and see if that works? I'm going to show him the sign. Dan, does Judge Green use your coffee cup to do that?
I have not seen that, Judge.
She's got a friend made her a custom coffee cup that says your audio's not on.
That's great.
I just sent him one, Judge, and I gave him the instructions that Sam.
Okay.
Okay.
You can put him back in the waiting room while I try to find,
Okay,
let's find out who some of these other people are.
all right. Kathy, you know who that is.
Yeah, you can leave her where she's at. If we
That's
need
what
her, we'll
I've been
find her.
doing. I've got Pfeiffer, who is scheduled at 9:30. We got him.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
going to
figure
handle
somebody-
Pfeiffer for Leanna, Judge, so we're ready on that.
All right, let me find out who some of these mystery folks are.
Hello,
iPhone, can you tell me what your name is, please?
Charles Gunn,
Spell your last name for me.
Gunn.
Okay. We're going to put you back in the waiting room for just a few minutes. We just need to make sure we know who you are, okay? Hang on.
Okay.
I'm going to send Galaxy a chat.
I don't see Schmidt on the docket either, so I don't know who that is. John Schmidt, are you connected?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can. Is your name on the docket today, John Schmidt?
Yes, Andrea had stated I was on the docket at 9:20 this morning.
Andrea.
Andrea Spears.
Oh, Andy.
Hey, I'm sorry, Andy. Yes.
All right. Well, you're not on this docket.
I don't have him either.
You must be, are you scheduled for an arraignment, sir?
No, it's a truck violation.
Okay, what's the company name?
Spring Valley Landscaping.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That we have.
There we go.
I think I wrote something on that.
I'm looking. All right, Mr. Schmidt, is Spring Valley Incorporated or is that a DBA?
It's an LLC.
All right, are you an attorney?
Am I? No, I'm not an attorney.
Get one before you talk to me in court.
Oh.
When you file your LLC, you get certain protections. Protects you from individual liability. One of
Yeah.
those protections comes with the cost of having an attorney represent you in court. So I can adjourn this until you get an attorney involved.
Okay. Sorry about that. I apologize.
No problem. March 31, 10:45.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Will I receive a Zoom meeting again for this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wonderful.
You're all set.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, did you want to bring, Galaxy, please unmute and tell me what your name is. Sir in the blue shirt, please unmute your phone and tell me what your device and tell me what your name is. There you go. Now, can you tell me what your name is, please?
David Comer.
Aha.
Good morning, Mr. Comer.
Morning.
I've got a file from June 18, 2020. The charge is improper load or towing. Possible penalties up to $500 fines plus court costs up to 90 days in jail. The prosecutor on the file has made an offer. If you plead responsible to double parking, the misdemeanor charge would be dismissed. Understand the offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you have enough information to make a decision about that offer?
Thank you.
I would take the offer, Your Honor.
All right, I will accept a plea of responsible from you. I will dismiss the misdemeanor charge. I'm going to assess fines and costs of $250. I can give you a due date if you can pay that within 30 days, or I can set you up with a payment plan.
I can pay that within 30 days.
And the Hopkins Street address, a good one?
Yes, sir.
And a phone number for you, please.
313-778-4644. 5848.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Judge, I'm
Thank you.
bringing Sarah Odom and Sharon Greer back in so I can step in the breakout room.
No, yep.
There we go. Ms. Odom, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with your attorney, okay?
Okay.
Sharon?
Yes, Paula.
Okay, I'm going to put you in your breakout room with Ms. Odom.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Matthews, when are you scheduled? (9:30).
I'm going to have to send him a chat. He's not connected.
Yeah. Mr. Rowland, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rowland, I've got two files with your name on them from September 27, 2020. I've got a seatbelt violation, that's a civil infraction, and I've got a misdemeanor, operating without a license or with multiple licenses. That one is up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. If that goes on your record, there will be some license sanctions from Secretary of State. The prosecutor has made an offer on the file. If you plead guilty to the added charge of allow unlicensed driver to operate, both the original charges would be dismissed. The allow unlicensed driver to operate carries the same possible jail time and fines and costs, but there will be no license sanctions from Secretary of State. Do you understand the offer, sir, that's been presented?
Yes. Can you repeat it one more time for me, sir?
The new charge would be allow unlicensed driver to operate. Fines and costs only. I would not be sentencing you to jail, and there would be no license sanctions on that. Understood?
Okay, sir. Yes.
Do you
Yes, sir.
have enough information to make a decision, or would you like to speak to an attorney or get some other information?
I would like to get some other information.
What would you like to know?
As far as like me not serving jail, it's like I could still pay the tickets off.
Yeah, if you take this deal, I'm just going to give you fines and costs.
A $500 cost fine.
The total on the file, let me just look at it for a second. Total on the file would be $545.
Okay, so how long do I have to pay that? Within 90 days? Or
Whatever you
30?
need. Yeah, I can get you a monthly payment plan, whatever you need.
May I have 90 days?
I'm sorry?
I said, may I have 90 days, sir?
I'd rather
Okay,
just
you
get you
guys
on, I'd rather just get some kind of payments going. Can you pay anything within 90 days?
Yes, I can make payments.
Yeah, just tell me how much you want to pay per month and when you can start.
I can start actually next week, and
Okay.
I can start paying down $150.
That's plenty, sure. You sure you can cut that?
Yes, yes, sir. Next
Okay,
week.
so you want to take the deal then?
Yes,
All right. Did you in fact drive a vehicle on that date of September 27, 2020 at a location of 94 near Haggerty?
yes,
At that time, was your license suspended?
yes.
I'll accept your plea to the added charge. In keeping with the offer from the prosecutor, I'll dismiss both of the original charges that were issued to you. As I discussed, fines and costs would be $545.
$545.
That's your total. Pay it at $150 a month or more, starting on the 26th, which is a week from today. We'll always take early money or extra money. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
You're all set then?
Yes,
Enjoy your day.
you too.
Thank you. Mr. Matthews, are you connected yet? Doesn't sound like it. Bringing in Mr. Gunn. We'll bring Mr. Pfeiffer in a minute, Dan. Mr. Gunn, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, I've got some files here. From August 7, 2020, I've got a speeding ticket, speeding in a construction zone. And then from that date, I've got a misdemeanor charge of no license or multiple licenses. That misdemeanor carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Are you prepared today to go forward alone, or would you like to visit to have the benefit of a court-appointed attorney?
No, we can go for it.
All right. The prosecutor in this file is making no offers. So we can set these cases for hearing, or you can enter a plea. Understood?
Yeah.
All right. Do you know what you want to do, or do you need more information to make a decision?
So what they just want me to pay the money, right?
If you plead guilty to the misdemeanor and responsible to the speeding ticket, yes, there will be fines and costs.
Okay, yeah, we just gonna do that.
And we'll set you up with some payments. Give me just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Gunn, before we get back to those tickets, it looks like you've got some tickets from Van Buren Township. From 2018, you've got a misdemeanor fail to display a valid license. Have you already been sentenced on that one? Looks like maybe you owe money on that one.
I think all them old ones were supposed to have been over with. I don't know.
Because I'm showing $927 on that one. A drove while license suspended with $45. So you probably closed the file, but there's still a clearance to get your license straight. And then a speeding ticket from 2019 with $348 due. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we need to get you on a payment plan on those three with today's files as well then, right?
All right.
Okay.
So basically once I pay off all my tickets, then that's when I'll be able to get my license again.
Let me look at your driving record. Yeah, it says that you owe 1, 2, 3 clearances out of our court, 1 out of Ypsilanti 14A, and 1 out of Westland. So yeah, once you get all your clearances, then you should be able to go to Secretary of State, probably pay them a 125 reinstatement fee and get on the road.
Okay.
Is your address on Gulfside a good one?
No, you can send it to 738 Wood Creek.
Wood Creek, one word or two?
That's one.
Where's that at?
Ypsilanti.
All right, same zip as the old one? 197?
Yep.
How about a phone number for the file, Mr. Gunn?
313.
Yes, sir.
677 5910.
Gotcha. All right, is there anything you want me to know before I set the terms of sentence on the file?
No.
All right, I think I already did this, but I want to make sure. On the date of August 7, 2020, were you driving a vehicle at Belleville in 94?
Yes.
And at that time, your license was suspended?
Yes.
All right. Are you working?
Not yet.
All right, when's the last time you worked?
It was probably like a year ago.
Where were you working?
I worked at like McDonald's and JJ Car Wash and KFC.
Right. All right, so on the misdemeanor, I'm going to give you a break. Total on the file is $400. On the speeding ticket, it's $250. So if I add that to the other files you've got from Van Buren Township on 2018, 2019, the total is $2,220. So $2,220.
Okay.
How much can you pay per month?
I don't know. I guess we can try like 50. But what What if I say like 50 and then I can't pay the whole thing, or what if I can pay more? It wouldn't matter.
We'll always take extra. If you can't pay what you commit to, you got to make arrangements with us before your due date.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, 50.
All right. When can you start that? Can you start that next Friday or you need more time?
No, I could start probably next Friday. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you another option too. Find some nonprofit that's close to home. Church, soup kitchen, Salvation Army. Get documentation that you're volunteering with them, and you get a pile of hours done. You get 20, 30, 40 hours done. Then you contact me here at the court and I'll make a deal with you and I'll give you some credit for your hours and knock some of this money off.
Okay.
And I pay it $10 an hour. So for every hour you do, I'll knock $10 off.
Okay.
All right, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions?
No.
Have a good day.
All right. Thank you.
Judge, I just removed Mr. Felton Matthews because I sent him several chat messages.
Hey, Dan, do you need Pfeiffer in a breakout?
No, we can just bring him right in, Judge. I think Jane is going to dismiss.
Yeah, does he have verification?
He's gone to some meetings, I know that.
He's not connected yet. We do have Murray Duncan and his client in the waiting room. We also have Mr. Powers, who is for waste management.
All right, who's Murray's client?
Joseph Gonzalez.
May I just ask you a question? This is Sharon.
Go ahead.
Yes.
For Ms. Odom, are we talking about a plea and a dismissal, or are we just talking about her going to anger management, and once she completes anger management, the case goes away? So we're kind of like holding this in abeyance?
Holding it in abeyance.
Okay. How is there a cost for the anger management classes? And the judge is saying that
it depends on the class, Sharon. Probation, I'm not sure probation's got that option available, but they might.
Okay.
If you want to, Sharon, just keep her on ice, call probation and ask them what the options are. They've got a better handle on it than I do.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank
All
you
right.
very much. Sorry
You're
to
welcome.
interrupt.
No problem.
Oh, it's okay. Dan, did he show you verification?
Standing in for Leanna, Jane. He is, according to Leanna, he completed some NA meetings. I don't know if Leanna has seen it or not.
Mr. Pfeiffer, are you connected? Dan, I've got a phone number if you want to call him. Maybe you can help him get connected, and I'll also get some details on what he's done.
Yes, sir. What's the number?
734-686-4458.
Yeah, I sent him a couple of chats, so he didn't respond though.
Paula will bring waste management's attorney in after we get done with Mr. Duncan.
Okay.
And that was for waste management. Powell was waste management, yes?
Powers, yes, sir.
Powers. Good morning, Mr. Duncan.
Oh, Judge, good to see you.
Always. Mr. Gonzalez, are your ears on? You can hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Duncan, if you would, your appearance for Mr. Gonzalez.
Judge, I believe the person that Mr. Gonzalez, I think, is the victim. That's not my client.
Who's your client?
My client is Jason Gonzalez.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we'll leave Mr. Joseph Gonzalez in too.
What time is this on?
9:30, I think. I hope.
9:30, yes.
It's weird. I don't have it at 9:30. I don't have.
Jane, do you need to talk to Mr. Joseph Gonzalez?
Yeah, I don't even know what the charges are. At 9:30, I don't see any Gonzalez.
All right. Well, there's a plea in the file.
Yeah, I looked at the files probably before I got.
Okay.
The docket that we were sent though didn't have anything at 9:30.
All right. So let's put Joseph Gonzalez in a breakout room with Miss Gillis. Mr. Duncan, you want to talk to your guy, or you're all right where you're at?
Yeah, I think I'm good, Judge.
What are the charges, Judge?
Just a domestic, one count.
Okay. Did I offer 769?
You did.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I'll
Judge,
talk to,
well, I can just maybe save a little time. My client cannot accept that. So
Okay.
we're on our way to a trial, I do believe, on this one.
Okay. Jane, you want to talk to the guy and then we'll see where we're at?
yeah.
Okay. Mr. Joseph Gonzalez, you're going into a breakout room with the prosecutor. Jason Gonzalez, you're just hanging out where you're at.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Steve.
Judge, I talked to Mr. Pfeiffer. He's connected now. He should be able to unmute. Before you go, Jane, can I tell you what he's done?
I just stuck her in there already. I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Waste management, Paula?
Right there. Sorry.
Can't hear you.
Hang on just a minute.
They returned me back here.
Okay. Joseph?
Yeah.
Okay. There was some sort of altercation with you guys. He's charged with
Hold
domestic.
on, you're not in the
hang on.
breakout.
Jane.
Oh,
Jane, did you not make an offer on waste management yet? I don't see anything.
if you don't see anything that I didn't, there's about
Okay.
10 in there that I didn't.
Okay, all right. Take care of this breakout with Mr. Gonzalez, and then we'll put you in a breakout with Mr. Powers, attorney for the company.
And that's me. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Powers. All right, so just bear with us, Mr. Powers. We'll put you in a breakout with the prosecutor as soon as we can.
Very good. Thank you.
Mr. Felton Matthews is back again.
Now, leave him where he's at. Let's take care of this attorney at the top of the list.
Okay, sorry about that.
He's still not connected anyhow.
Ashley,
Counsel, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Wonderful. Who's your client?
Darian Cooley
Scheduled when, please, so I can find the
at
paperwork.
9:30.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Is Cooley in the waiting room? It is. Yeah, bring Mr. Cooley in. Mr. Cooley, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, good morning. Counsel appearance for Mr. Cooley.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Ashley Duplessis, P82896, on behalf of Mr. Cooley, who's waiving his right to appear in person in favor of Zoom. Darian,
Thank
can you
you.
state your full name for the record, please?
Darian Ricardo Cooley.
All right, thank you. Counsel, give me just a minute on Mr. Cooley's file.
Certainly.
Jane, any information to share with the Gonzalez matter with Mr. Duncan?
The victim wants a trial too, so.
Okay, all right. Let's get that out of the way real quick. Mr. Duncan, what are we doing? A bench trial, jury trial?
I'm going to ask for a jury on this one, Judge.
Okay, all right, Paula, we don't have any dates for that yet, do we?
no, sir.
All right. All right, so Jason Gonzalez, my
Yes.
clerk will call Mr. Duncan. We'll pick a date. He'll let you know.
All right, thank you.
Joseph Gonzalez, did you hear that? We're gonna pick a jury trial date. You'll be notified.
No, I didn't hear any of that. I was still in the.
All right. Did you get it? I mean, you
Yeah.
understood now,
Yeah.
okay? So we're in a holding pattern right now.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good day, gentlemen.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Bond continued. Jane, how about we put you in a breakout room with Mr. Powers, who is representing Waste Management on their 9 or 10 files.
Okay, that sounds good.
Mr. Powers, be gentle. She doesn't like truck tickets. All right, on Cooley, counsel, the prosecutor has made a offer on the file. The offer that's in the file says plea to operating while intoxicated, and both original charges would be dismissed.
That's my understanding. And Your Honor, Mr. Cooley was also accepted into sobriety
Oh,
court.
I'm on board 100%. I've had
Thank you.
Judge Green jumped me about it. The probation department jumped me about it. There's no way we can not get him in sobriety court on this file.
And we appreciate that so much.
right.
He is very looking forward to that.
Good. I'm looking forward to getting him into the program and getting him on a new path.
Absolutely. So he is ready to plead today, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Cooley, do you understand, sir, that the added charge carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs?
Yes.
All right. And you've discussed your rights with your attorney today, or
Yes.
probably before today?
Yes.
And you understand those rights?
Yes.
You understand the options those rights give you?
Yes.
Understanding all that, are you pleading guilty to the added charge today freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
All right, counsel, why don't you do some voir dire? It might make things go a little quicker.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Mr. Cooley, on March 12th, 2020, were you at Wayne Road and Binding Road?
Yes.
Is that in the city of Romulus,
Yes.
in the county of Wayne?
Yes.
All right, and on that night, did you have something to drink?
Yes.
What did you have to drink?
It was like a mixed drink from, I don't remember what the name of the drink was.
But there was alcohol in that drink?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and after having that alcoholic drink, did you get behind the wheel of the car?
Yes.
All right, did you drive while you were under the influence?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, if you're satisfied, I am as well.
I am. Now, one thing I'm not clear on, counsel, has Mr. Cooley been sentenced on Judge Green's file, or he's waiting for that?
Judge Arvant, you mean, in Southfield?
No.
That's
All right, maybe I'm confusing Mr. Cooley for another one. Does Mr. Cooley have 2 files in our court or just mine?
just one in your court. When we addressed our last meeting, he has a operating while intoxicated in Southfield. He
That's
has
right.
pled to
That's
that,
right.
and he's awaiting sentencing. I believe it's in March.
Okay. All right. Mr. Cooley, are you working, sir?
No.
When's the last time you had a job, and where was that job at?
Last job was Smile America Partners, and we were laid off in November.
Okay. How long had you been with the company?
Since December the year prior.
All right. Counsel, I'm prepared to sentence today on Mr. Cooley if that works for you folks.
We can do that, Your Honor, yes,
All right. Give me just a minute to look this pre-sentence over a little bit.
certainly.
What happened to his pre-exam on January 27th on the weapons charge?
So the plea that he made to that was operating while intoxicated, attempted carry of a weapon, motor vehicle, and possessing a weapon while under the influence. The firearm that he had was registered to him and it was not loaded. However, he still was not carrying it properly.
Right.
That would
Okay.
be the
Case-
basis for the amended.
Are you talking about right now?
Cooley matter.
Was that an OWI 2 or first?
It was count 1 was a high BAC, count 2 was operating while intoxicated.
And he had gotten 2 OWIs in a short span of time, one in Southfield, but this one occurred first. This one, however, wasn't charged until after we had been in court on the Southfield charge. So I think they're both technically charged as a first, but he does have 2.
Right.
Right. Well, that's lucky for him. So he's just still going to get a first because otherwise I wouldn't offer this.
Yeah. He's already taken the plea, so it's too late, Jane, if you want to change your mind. Too late. All right, Mr.
No.
Cooley, anything you want to tell me before I sentence you today?
Other than I'm remorseful for what happened and I'm ready to start the program so that I can get my life on track. Nothing really.
That's enough. Counsel, anything you want to add?
Just briefly, Your Honor and Madam Prosecutor, prior to these 2 charges, which he got in March and July, Mr. Cooley's had no criminal history. He was in the process of applying to medical school. Obviously, this is going to derail the dreams that he's had. He realizes that, and he knows he's going to have an uphill battle to get back to the point where he may be accepted in medical school. But part of that starts right now with taking responsibility for both cases and doing the things he needs to do to stay sober. I know the rest of his life is going to depend on that. His career goals will depend on that. I've met with his mother several times. He's a very supportive family that they're willing to do anything they can to help him stick to the path. And I do think he will be very successful.
Counselor, is Mr. Cooley in any counseling now?
Darren? You did the intake, correct?
Yes, I did. I did a counseling with I think his name is Raj. I can't remember his last name.
What's the agency, Mr. Cooley?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I have the email.
Where's it at? Oh, you don't know. You didn't go there. It was all
It
probably
was-
on the phone or online.
Mhm.
All right.
I am pulling that up right now. Your Honor, that's at Serenity Therapy Center in Rochester Hills.
Okay.
And he met with Raj Mehta at that center.
I'm assuming
do-
that's going to be some kind of an outpatient program.
Yes, he gave me a substance abuse assessment I could forward to the court. He's also begun attending AA as well.
Do we know what the outpatient's going to consist of?
I do not know that yet, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm just curious. All right. Mr. Cooley, you obviously have some kind of substance abuse issues you got to deal with, but you need grief counseling. Aren't you grieving your plans?
Yes.
And I'm not being facetious, sir. I'm dead serious. The picture you had probably for the last decade of your life drastically changed in March, didn't it?
Mhm.
And I would suspect if you're not, you should be going through a grieving process.
I'm
And
upset.
I'm not saying your plans are dead, but they're certainly on ice for a while.
Right.
I would suggest you give that some serious consideration and maybe even talk to this therapist about dealing with not only your substance abuse issues, but man, I can't even imagine. You must be putting so many quarters in the ass kicking machine. I mean, aren't you beating yourself up mentally all the time?
Often, yes.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that drives people right back to their substance abuse. You hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah. So, all right, that's enough lecture. All right, I'm going to put you on probation for 24 months. I'm sentencing you to Judge Green's sobriety court program. Total fines and costs $1,000. You work out something with probation, get some kind of money trickling in on a regular basis.
Okay.
Counsel, anything for clarification?
Nothing at this time, Your Honor, but we do appreciate both you and Madam Prosecutor for this.
You're welcome.
I think
Mr.
it'll really
Cooley, I
change
wish you
this.
nothing but the best, brother.
Thank you.
And listen, your probation department, your probation officer is your new BFF. I mean, if you're having any problems whatsoever, don't wait till it's a problem. When you just see an issue on the horizon, talk to your probation officer and get them on board, let them help you, stop the issue from becoming a problem.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everyone.
You as well. And are we ready on waste management, folks?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, I don't think I got your appearance yet. So your appearance for
I'm
waste.
sorry, Sean Powers, P42752 on behalf of Waste Management.
All right, somebody fill me in. What are we doing?
We're going to dismiss everything except the 2 overweight tickets, and he has to pay 80% on both of those. I don't know the amount, so it's got to be 80%.
Yeah, let me find the files.
We've got
I've got a
58.
calculator. I got the files, Paul. I got to find the right 2 files out of all the files. And they should all be waste management files, right?
Waste Management also has another set of tickets at 1020.
You didn't talk about those?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so what are we
But
doing?
Same thing on those.
So we're pleading to 3 overweights and everything else is dismissed.
Correct. 80% he has to pay on the amount.
All right. And Mr. Powers, you have corporate authority to enter the plea,
I do, Your Honor.
and you're doing so.
I am.
Thank you. So on case number ending in 2504A, incident date August 26th, the overweight at 80% would be $4,700.80.
Yes. I'd ask for 30 days on each of these if I could.
The same 30, or you got to go out 90 to get them all?
No, 30 is fine.
Okay. You got it. On the case number ending 52520A from September 28, fines and costs at 80% would be $22.72.
Yes.
And the last ticket I'm looking at from October 6th, case number ending in 2524A at 80%, $2,416.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And you're welcome, 30 days to pay.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Thank you, prosecutor.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Paula, who's up?
We still have Mr. Batar and Mr. Pfeiffer.
Are we ready on that one, Mr. Batar?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Pfeiffer, can you hear me?
Yes, John, I can. How you doing this
All right.
morning?
What are we doing?
Jane, you asked a question about meetings. I have not seen the paperwork. Unfortunately, it's at his father's house. He's told me he's done 13 meetings. And also on March 1st, he's starting outpatient treatment at the Home of New Vision in Ann Arbor. So I don't have any reason to doubt the veracity of what he's telling me, Jane. I would ask you to dismiss.
Mr. Pfeiffer, where are you doing your meetings at? Physically, where are you going?
I've been doing them online.
All 13 you're doing online?
Yes.
Good, good.
Yes, I have.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I'll dismiss. Have you done an intake at New Vision?
Yeah. Yes, I already did the intake. I did it over the phone with Karen and Brenda. And I start Monday. I start March 1st. Monday, March 1st.
Okay, that's fine.
And Mr. Pfeiffer, Ms. Belcher also wanted me to let you know your other case is set for February 23rd at 9 a.m. with Judge Green. Okay?
Okay.
Is that a domestic?
Okay. I'm not sure of the charge, Judge.
What's that charge, Mr. Pfeiffer?
It's the message between me and my wife. I called the police on her and I got put in the jail.
Yep. Okay. All right. Good luck. Thank you.
May I ask, how do I get my bond back on this?
Oh, there is a $100
Hello?
bond. We'll return. Is it the bond's in your name, Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Okay, we'll return 90% of that to you. We'll just mail it to you.
Just mail it to me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Judge Oakley, have a great day.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Paula, who's next?
We have Miss Greer and Miss Odom to finish first.
All right, Miss Greer, your appearance for Mr. Odom, please.
Sharon Greer, appearing on behalf of Miss Sarah Odom.
Miss Odom, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Miss Greer, what are we doing?
Your Honor, Miss Odom is going to accept the prosecutor's offer and allow this matter to be adjourned so that she can complete the anger management classes. And then we will expect a dismissal of the charges.
Did you get some details about a program? Because I know, the standard anger management we do is 26 weeks. Is that the one you're looking at? So I know how far to push this down the road?
I didn't get any details from probation, Your Honor, but the standard one would be fine. We're just hoping that is, they would be able to facilitate her not paying for the program.
All right, so what I'm gonna do, Miss Odom, you're still on Carmel, right? The address?
I am.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a note in the file that we're gonna adjourn this to give her a chance to complete the anger management class. I'm gonna put a note in the file, review after 30 weeks. I'll let the clerks pick the date. They'll send out a notice. If Miss Odom's having any problem, if it takes her too long to get the program started so that court date's not enough time, we can always adjust the court date. If she finds a program that we all think is a great program and she gets done before then and she wants to wrap this up early, we can try that too.
Very well, Your Honor. We thank you for your consideration and cooperation.
You're welcome. Good luck, Miss Odom.
Thank you.
Ms. Greer, we do have
Yes.
another one of your clients, Clarence Connors, and Andy did guide him through connecting, Judge.
All
So
right,
I'll bring
Paula,
him
are
in.
those
Clarence-
chats? Go ahead, Sharon.
I'm sorry, I missed the name.
Clarence Connors.
Connors. Okay, I didn't know that one was up today. Okay. Okay,
Paula, are those
that's
chats
fine.
anything I got to worry about? The chat icon at the bottom?
No, so they're mostly to me and to Sharon.
Thank you. Sharon, the offer on this Connors file is if he pleads to the high BAC count 1, count 2, the child abuse will be dismissed.
Okay.
You want him in a breakout?
Yes, sir, please.
Paula, can you make that happen?
Yes, sir. I'm bringing him in now.
What time was that at?
Clarence Connors.
8:50.
At 8:50.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I even have a file. Look at that.
Mr. Connors, he is not connected yet.
Mr. Darren, which file are you on?
Belayed, Your Honor.
Malade with M like Mary?
Belayed, V like Victor.
V.
He is in the Scott Fillade. He is in the waiting room.
Bring him in. When's he scheduled?
This was kind of a kickover to see if the witnesses were going to show for a DV.
Scheduled at 9:45.
Good morning, Mr. Blade.
Morning.
Jane, do you know anything about a victim on this one?
They did respond to our victim advocate for a victim impact statement. And stating they wanted to go forward, but
Where are they then?
They weren't here last time either, Your Honor. That's why we kind of did the.
No, we got her in the waiting room. I'm bringing her in.
Victoria Putzig.
That's correct. She's not connected.
She
I'll
tried
try
to
the
connect.
chat. I'll try the chat. Hang on.
You got a phone number for her, Jane?
Yeah.
And she's moving the screen now, Judge. She might figure it out in a second here.
You are much more hopeful than I am.
She disconnected.
Oh, okay.
Ma'am, how do you pronounce your name? Is it Putzig?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to put you in a breakout room to have a conversation with Miss Gillis, who is the prosecutor for the file. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Paula, make that happen, please.
They're on their way in. Sharon, Mr. Connors just disappeared. I don't know where he went to, so.
Okay, I'm gonna keep you all on mute. I'm gonna check into another courtroom at Frank Murphy, but I will be here. Okay?
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Goshton, are you connected?
Yes, hi, I'm here.
Good morning. I've got a file from July 25, 2020. The charge is operating with a license that was a forged, altered, or false ID. That is a misdemeanor, carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand the charge and the possible penalty?
Yes.
The prosecutor made an offer on the file. If you plead guilty to the added charge of no valid operator's license on person, the original charge would be dismissed. No operator's license on person is the same charge you would probably get if you were driving down the road and got stopped and you didn't have your license with you. Understood?
Yes.
Are you prepared today to go forward without an attorney, or would you like to talk to a court-appointed attorney?
No attorneys.
Do you have enough information to make a decision?
Yes.
What's your decision?
Guilty.
To the charge that's offered by the prosecutor?
Yes.
All right. Did you in fact drive a vehicle on that day of July 25, 2020 near 94 and 275 in the city of Romulus while your license, something was wrong with your license?
Yes.
I will accept your plea to the added charge and dismiss the original charge. Showing your address on Holford Street, is that right?
Yes.
Phone number 966-7516.
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything you want me to know before I set the terms of your sentence?
No.
All right. On the added charge today, no valid operator's license on person, fines it costs $545. I can give you a due date if you can pay that in full within 30 days, or I'll set you up with a monthly payment plan if that works.
Payment plan.
How much can you pay every month and when can you start?
2 weeks.
How much per month?
$100.
All right, $100 starting on March 5th, which is a Friday. That work?
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.
It's easier when I write them, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
I tried.
Yeah, because then, you know, I can keep working while you're in breakouts.
I swear I didn't mix up the order, though. I tried really hard at keeping them in order. I don't know what happened.
Well, not the end of the world.
Okay, so is the attorney for Scott Belady here? Who is it? Is it Sharon or Dan?
No, Mr. Darren. There he is.
Okay, do you want me to tell him on the record or go in the breakout room, tell him what the
that's all
deal
right.
is? Okay, Mr. Darren.
Yeah.
These two were living together at the time.
Mhm.
So I'm willing to switch the charge to domestic violence 769-4A. But she had to go to the hospital. She had to move. It affects how, and she was in the middle of school, and it affects how she sees her family. So, and she mailed back her victim impact statement, showed up today. She's very adamant about going forward.
That's fine. We're gonna, I mean, I was on the phone with my client, Your Honor. We're gonna ask for a bench trial.
That's
Okay. You want to do it live or Zoom?
I would honestly, I prefer to do it live.
No
I don't
problem.
want to inconvenience the court any more than necessary, but I would prefer to do it live if we could.
Trust me, I'd much rather have live bodies in front of me than computer screens. So
Okay.
I don't think of it as an inconvenience to do live stuff. Paul, we got a date for this? All right, Mr. Darren, March 31, April 7, or April 14 at 11 a.m. You choose.
Okay, so you said the 31st, or what were the April dates?
7th or 14th?
I'll take the 14th. The other ones I'd have to move too much to make it
No
happen.
problem. All right,
Did you hear
bond
that,
will be
Mrs.
continued.
Putzig?
Ms. Putzig, do you hear the date? You're muted.
Will you confirm it for me, please? What was the date
April
you chose?
14th, April 14th at 11 a.m.
Okay.
At the court.
Where would it be?
34th District Court on Wayne Road in Romulus.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Bond will be continued. Thank you all.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Judge, I'm going to bring in, it says Kimberly, but it's actually James Waggister. I'll change the name when I get him in.
See the next file you want to do?
Yes, sir, please. He's been in there a while, but we
What
just
time's it
found out
scheduled?
who he is, 9:30. It's W-A-G-E.
Got him.
And I believe that you're his attorney, correct, ma'am?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, We don't.
What started off is he just wanted to use my office, and then he said, can I step in and appear for him? And that's how I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
What time's that one at?
9:30.
Thank
No
you.
offer in the file at this point, Jane. Counsel, good morning. Your appearance for Mr. Wagster, please.
Yes, Kimberly Thompson appearing on behalf of James Wagster. My P number is P38511.
Thank you, counsel. Jane, the charge is operating with an unregistered vehicle on August 6th.
What I wanted to know is, did he get the vehicle registered? Why wasn't it registered?
No, it's registered. What had happened is, as a favor to his friends, he has, he hauls, I think, what was your plate?
The 20, I had it registered, I had a 26,000 pound plate on it, but I had apparently the wrong plate for what I was hauling because it was a misunderstanding. I was doing a favor for a gentleman, a friend of mine, hauling 2 forklifts back that I needed for parts for a farmer. And he told me they were 5,000 and 6,000 pounds. Well, that was 11,000 and my truck and trailer is about 14. So I figured I had 1,000 pounds to play with. And I went over the scales. I knew the scales were there because I haul hay and straw and equipment for the Amish. So it wasn't like I was trying to beat the system or anything, but he stopped me and he says, I was at 37,000 pounds. I said, well, that's impossible because I explained what I just explained to you. So he weighed me and I was at 37,000 something. My truck is rated for, truck and trailer is rated to haul 74,000 pounds. In the meantime, I called the owner of the forklift and I said, hey, what's going on? I said, you told me they weigh 5,000 and 6,000 pounds. He says, they do. I said, well, how am I overweight then? He says, well, that's what they pick up. So that means the weights were double of each one of them. I thought I was hauling at 11,000 where I was actually hauling 22,000. So with my truck and trailer, then I'm up around 36,000 pounds.
I think it sounds like double parking.
What's that?
I said, I think it sounds like a double parking offer.
Counsel, would your client plead responsible to double parking a civil infraction? We dismiss the misdemeanor?
Yes, we will.
I would think so.
And just for the court to know, he did, I'm showing, he has gone through, he has a 48,000 pound plate now, as well as he has gone through the class. What was that class that he's now for, he can run.
Counsel, stop. You had me at hello.
Okay, thank you, Your
Fines and
Honor.
costs are zero.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Because although they say no good deed goes unpunished, this one did. You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I have David Fagan, Fagan, at 9:50.
Craig Fagan, right?
Uh,
I have Craig
oh,
Fagan.
Craig Fagan. It shows his name is David.
Probably using his brother's phone.
Yeah, we'll bring him in and make sure.
Did I make an offer on that?
We also
Yes.
have, it looks like his
think I did.
attorney, Mr. Conant. We have him in the waiting room as well.
When's Fagan scheduled?
At 9:50.
Thank you.
He has an attorney, I think.
I just said I'm bringing him in.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see Mr. Coleman.
Jane, I'll let you describe or explain
I
the plea offer.
I don't have it in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Can I just verify, Mr. Fagan, is your first name Craig?
He's next to me. He's having problems with his Zoom.
Okay, but we need him, okay?
No, counsel, we probably don't. The plea offer is a civil infraction, double parking. The misdemeanor would be dismissed. If you have corporate, or if you have your client's authority, you can take a plea to the civil infraction if you choose.
Yes, that's fine.
That sounds good,
All right.
David.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, Mr. Fagan's connected now. Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
Okay, so this was operating without proper designation. Are we straight now with the Secretary of State?
Yes, sir.
All right. Fines and costs $200. Mr. Fagan, can you pay that within 30 days, sir?
Yes, sir.
Any questions, gentlemen?
No, sir.
As long as it's fine with my client, it's fine with me, Your Honor.
Mr. Fagan, we good?
Yes, sir.
Stay healthy, fellas.
Thanks.
Thanks, Judge. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Paula, who's next?
Muldoon. It's at 9:40. Penny Muldoon. Let me get rid of that.
I thought we dismissed all these cases.
Not on record.
I'm sorry, Paula, what time was Muldoon?
9:40, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Muldoon, can you hear me?
It's Ms. and she's
Ms.
not.
Muldoon, can you
she's
hear me?
not connected yet. I'm going to send her a chat and see if she can. There, she's connected.
Good morning, ma'am.
I'm asking her to unmute. You're muted, ma'am. Can you push the mic? There you go.
All right.
Good morning.
Morning.
Are you okay if I dismiss this file?
Absolutely.
You're sure?
Don't ask me twice. Yes, I'm sure.
All right, the prosecutors asked me to dismiss the file, so that's what we've done.
May
Enjoy your day, ma'am.
May I make a comment?
Sure.
I'm originally from Oakland County.
My apologies.
Novi. Judge McKenzie was my next door neighbor. It didn't work for me. Anyway, this incident, when it happened, I was with a really good friend of mine. We had a working relationship. We have a relationship through recovery. And I felt the police, he's black, I'm white. I felt the police were very, very unfair to him, not to me. I can't complain a bit about how they treated me. He was handcuffed, put in the back of the car, searched. I was not. I didn't have an ID. He did. They wanted to search our car. We weren't doing anything wrong, and he was actually staying with me. So I just want to throw that in there. Something you might want to be aware of.
Well, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to give you a civics lesson. Okay.
Okay.
The cops don't work for the courts.
Gotcha.
Different branch of government. I'm going to tell you the same thing I've told everybody for the last 21 years when I get a complaint about the police department. I encourage you to take your complaint to the department that officer works with.
Okay. All right. Absolutely.
Because everybody has a boss. And as somebody that's in management, I like to hear complaints. Well, I don't like to hear. I need to hear complaints about my staff so I can address those issues so we can do a better job.
Absolutely.
Right? So, and you handled it very politely with me. I'm sure you can do the same thing with the chief of police.
Okay.
So I would encourage you to contact the Van Buren Township Police Department and say, you had this incident and you just thought it could have been handled better by the officer.
All right. Thank you. All right. Like I said, they treated me just fine. I didn't even know what was going on. So just, it made me see things in a different light myself, because sometimes you don't know what's going on until you know, there was a lot of crazy. So.
My grandfather used to tell us, you learn something new every day if you pay attention.
Yeah, every day. I know less every day too. So
no, I think the older we get, the more we realize we don't know yet.
We don't know shit. Yeah.
Have a good day.
I'm going to bring in Attorney Dowd for the Jet Express at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Now that we're on the record,
Where did he go?
I can't answer that.
I've got Attorney Michael Fish for the GFL environment.
Got to find them.
They are at 10:20 and again at 10:30.
Good morning, Mr. Fish.
Morning, Judge. How are you today?
Better than I deserve, Counselor.
That's a good thing.
It always is. All right, Counsel, it looks like we've got, oh, first of all, your appearance for the company, please.
Michael Fish on behalf of GFL Environmental, Judge.
All right. And it looks like I've got plea agreements here. We've got one series of tickets, 3 tickets from October 1. And those are the tickets ending in 613 ABC.
Got it? Okay.
The offer on that the offer on that series is overweight 3,000. The other charge is dismissed.
Okay, that's fine, Judge.
And then the other tickets, the series with the ticket number 615A and B, overweight at 2,000, misdemeanor dismissed.
Okay, Judge, that's terrific.
30 days to pay, do it?
That's plenty of time.
And you have corporate authority.
I do, Judge.
Done and done. Thank you.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Family's good. Everybody else is good.
You know what? Everybody's healthy and the rest is all gravy.
That's good to hear, Judge. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
You as well.
Bye-bye.
Next, I have John Howard Hicks at 1010. And he's not connecting.
He was at 1010, Paula?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Well, I'll bring in HMR Fabrication, and that was at 9:45. While we're waiting Mr. Hicks to join us.
I'm sorry, what's the name?
HMR Fabrication.
Got it.
And they're not connected either. She disconnected. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've never had to do this before. I was nervous here. I didn't.
You're
know if I
fine.
was
You're
doing
fine.
it right or not.
I just sent you a chat to help you a little bit, so you're connected.
Okay, good.
And Mr. Hicks is too, Judge.
All right, HMR, who are you?
I'm so I guess I run the company.
Hold on, start with what's your name?
Samantha, last name's Konopnicki.
Wow, is that a tough one? Kanafkani?
Do you want me to spell it?
No, that's all right. All right, I'm just gonna call you Samantha if you don't mind.
Oh, perfectly fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you work for HMR, Samantha?
Yes.
Is HMR an LLC, a corporation, a DBA?
A corporation.
Okay, then they need to have an attorney. I'm gonna guess you're not an attorney, or you probably would have been doing Zoom before.
Correct.
Okay.
No, I'm not an attorney.
Because the corporation is a legal entity. You can't represent another legal entity if you're not an attorney.
Okay.
So the company's got to get an attorney involved. That's part of the price that comes when you have corporate protection.
Okay.
So I'll give you a new date. March 31, 10:45.
Okay, so I need to contact my attorney and let him know what happened, and then he'll take care of it, I guess.
Correct, exactly.
Okay. I guess okay. There's not much I can do then.
Correct. I'm not going to let you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay? Have a nice day.
You too.
Don't forget, the attorney's kids got to eat too.
Yeah.
What time was that case at?
10:45, Jane. Paula, who you want? Don't have any
Actually,
more.
we have Mr. Hicks up, Judge. He's ready to go. Mr. Hicks, please unmute. Just hit the microphone. There you go.
Mr. Hicks, are you there? Mr. Hicks?
He unmuted when I asked him.
Bring me somebody that wants to talk to me then.
Okay, we have Attorney Dowd back in the waiting room.
That was on Jet?
Jet Express, yes, sir, 10 o'clock.
Yeah. It's,
Oh.
I'll email you. You're not good. It's 248.
Yes.
All right, bring me somebody that wants to talk to me only. Leanna, what do you got?
I'm standing in for Dan for a minute, Your Honor, and then I have a motion hearing with you at 11.
Okay.
I wanted to tell you also, Your Honor, that case that's at 1, I asked for an adjournment. The attorney agrees. He's going to zoom in earlier at like 10:30, 10:45 before
Perfect.
we start. So
Perfect. Yeah,
he wanted to make sure he got a date that was good for his schedule.
that's fine. We'll
he
try
was-
to accommodate.
Gracious enough to allow an adjournment.
Yeah, that's fine. Mr.
Attorney
Dowd,
Dowd. Sorry, Judge.
Yes, hello.
good morning. Can we deal with the Hicks matter?
Yes,
Oh, no, not Hicks. Jet.
yes,
You're on Jet Express.
yes, Your Honor.
All right. So there's a plea agreement in the file. A plea to the brake violation and the defective equipment and fuel tax would be dismissed. So in essence, one equipment violation would be taken a plea and the other one would be dismissed along with the misdemeanor.
So they're pleading to a civil infraction, Your Honor?
Yes, equipment violation.
Is that abstractable?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So they're pleading a one civil infraction. That's fine.
All right, fines and costs on that, $200. How soon can we get their money?
7 days?
I'll give you 14 just because I don't trust the mail anymore.
You and me both, Your Honor.
A buddy of mine I talked to last night got a letter in the mail yesterday that was postmarked at Christmas.
Well, jeez.
That's the worst. I've heard some horror stories. That's the worst.
Yeah, I had
My
that happen to a
goodness.
birthday card.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Your Honor.
You're
Take
welcome. Have
care.
a nice day.
Thank you.
Paula, who we got?
Actually, we have Mr. Benor, who is the attorney that Jane was just talking about.
What's
Yeah,
the
we can
file?
just get on with that.
It's Scott Bowman, and it was scheduled at 1 o'clock.
Bring him in.
He's connected. Judge.
Give me just a minute, counsel.
No problem, Judge.
All right, counsel, your appearance for Scott Bowman, please.
Yes, Judge. Ron Benor, P59712, on behalf of Mr. Bowman.
Jane
All right,
Gillis
I-
on behalf of the people.
Thank you, Ms. Gillis. I understand you two have had some conversation about adjourning the motion that's scheduled for today at 1 to some date in the future.
Correct. He was gracious enough to do it for me. I got the motion timely, but it was 2 days before I left on a week's vacation, and now I'm back. So
Paula, we should probably put this on our next date, if you have it.
Just a second, Judge. I'm looking. You know what? Do you want me to call them and get it set up with them so we can work it out?
Why don't we do it right now, just because Mr. Bowman made a special attempt to get in here today.
Okay.
yeah, he had some things. He didn't want it to conflict.
Well, we don't want to have a conflict with things.
some court appearances.
I have March 10th for us. And March 17th are the next two dates.
17th would be better for me, but
17th, it appears I am wide open, Judge, so I would say that would be a good day.
Call at 11, or when you doing it?
Do you guys want it at 11 or at 1 o'clock?
doesn't matter.
We
Any
might, as well-
preference?
if we do it at 11, then we're done with the docket, but. it's up
Mr.
to-
Benoit, 11 o'clock work for you?
Yes, it does, Judge.
Done and done.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna find out if Mr. Matthews is connected yet. And then we'll find out who Antoinette is.
What happened with Hicks? Was he not connected too?
I think he bugged out on his own.
He's back. now.
Matthews is still not connected. I'm going to go ahead and remove him, Judge. so
Yeah, I'm
he-
just gonna call him.
Okay. So, oh, you brought Hicks in. Okay.
Can I ask if Felton Matthews was Sharon Greer's client?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Matthews. Good. This is the court calling. You cannot get connected, can you? Yeah. All right, so you know what, Sharon, probably what we should do is have you call Mr. Matthews.
Okay.
I'm
that
gonna
would
have,
be
I'm gonna
great.
have your attorney call you.
Is there an
All right?
offer on the
So
file?
Answer the phone. All right. Sharon, you got his number, or I can give it to you?
I need it, Your Honor.
313-914-8792.
914-8792.
Correct.
Is there an offer on the file too,
There's
Judge?
nothing in the file. What we did last time, January 8th, it said final pretrial complainant must appear today.
Uh-huh.
And that's Javon Williams.
Right.
I got nobody in the waiting room that's a Javon Williams. And right now, we don't have anybody that we don't know who it is except some guy named Keith. This was scheduled at 9:30. So I'm going to suggest that if the Vic wasn't here at 9:30, they're probably not going to show up at 10:30.
Yeah,
We
I
have
s-
Antoinette's iPhone. I don't know who that is either.
Well, let's find out just to be safe.
Yeah, and I spoke to them and they said they wanted to go forward, so I'll give one more call.
Hi, Antoinette's iPhone. Can you tell me your name, please?
Says she's not connected here, Paul.
Oh. I see that she is.
I'm going to leave for a minute and I will be back, okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
you're
Ma'am,
welcome. Yes,
ma'am, can you tell me your name, please?
Antoinette Hill,
Hugh?
Hill.
Oh, Hill. What time were you scheduled,
Hi, this is
please?
Jane Gillis from the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office.
9:40.
Oh, you're 35 minutes, no, 45 minutes late.
I've been in the chat, or I've been waiting for since 9:30. I want to say 5.
No.
There we go.
Ms. Hill, the prosecutor on this file has made an offer. If you plead responsible to double parking, which is a civil infraction, she's asked me to dismiss the misdemeanor no insurance under the insurance code. The insurance is a misdemeanor, carries a possible penalty of up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand the offer that's been made by the prosecutor?
Yes. Question.
Yes.
How, or is there any fines for what I'm pleading?
If you plead responsible to double parking, I will assess fines a cost of $200. I can give you a payment plan if that helps you out.
Okay, and then if I don't, then you said it would be 90 days, or I
Then-
guess wait.
Then
Say-
you still, if you don't take this deal, then we got to do something with the original charge, the insurance misdemeanor. We could set that for a trial, but if you lose, then you're gambling that the misdemeanor goes on your record.
Right. Okay, and I don't want a misdemeanor on my record. Is there any way I could win?
Well, I don't
If
know.
I had
I'd have,
insurance, if I have
I'd have to
insurance
get,
now,
I'd have to get into the facts of the case and so on and so forth. If you want me to, I can let you talk to an attorney and they can start quizzing you about what was going on and maybe advise you on what your chances of winning are.
I could just plead to make it easier.
I've got an attorney that's just waiting in the wings, ready to talk to you.
Okay, then that's fine. If I
All right.
can.
All right, Ms.
Thank you.
Belcher, you heard the deal?
Yes, Judge.
All right, we'll put you in a breakout with Ms. Hill. What do you got?
Thank you.
Did you have a chance of intervention to the prosecutor or ask her about dismissing this ticket? I'm not gonna make it into cases. It goes with this felony and they've already charged him for the fail to stop, and then if he pays the civil.
Yeah, she's not gonna do it without looking at everything.
Okay.
So
Okay, I'll hold
there's
it.
no reason we can't wait till Wednesday.
Okay, no, that's fine. I
Yeah,
just thought I would
just dump it on her
suggest
Wednesday and
and-
let her look at it, because she's gonna need to look at a report. She might want to talk to an officer.
Okay, thanks,
Yeah,
Judge.
yeah, no problem.
I'm going to bring in Jamie Loving at 10:10, Judge.
10:10, thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Loving.
Good morning.
There we go. He's connected, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Loving.
Good morning, sir.
I've got a file here from August 20, 2020, a misdemeanor registration or plate violation.
Okay.
Carries a possible penalty of up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. The prosecutor has looked at your file. She's made an offer on the file. If you plead responsible to a double parking civil infraction, I would assess fines and costs of $200. The misdemeanor would be dismissed.
Okay. My other question, sir, is there was 2 tickets issued.
On that same day, you mean?
Yeah, it says that I had a seatbelt ticket, but I had my seatbelt on. He never wrote me a ticket for that either.
I don't have a seatbelt ticket. So where are you getting the idea that there's another ticket?
Well, for some reason it popped up. I've got 2 numbers my wife gave me because she lost the original paperwork. And I mean, I'm fine with pleading for this one. That's fine. If there's nothing
No,
else.
I want to make sure, let's get to the bottom of that mystery. You said you got 2
Okay.
case numbers?
Yes.
Give them to me.
Okay, the first one is 0S3769665.
That's the one I'm looking at with the misdemeanor.
Okay.
What's the other one?
The other one is 09R205706.
That's
All right, well, that
Romulus
would be a
ticket.
2009 ticket.
Wow.
So it's possible you've got a ticket from that long ago. We'll run you in the computer real quick. I'm just going to leave you right where you're at.
Okay.
We'll put your name in the computer with that ticket number and see if we get anything.
Okay. All right. So
Hang tight. Just hang right there. Paula, did you catch that number?
Let me see. No, I didn't, Judge. Can you give it to me?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
09R205706.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Miss Belcher, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready on Hill.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, I had an opportunity to go over the plea deal with Ms. Hill. It's her wishes to take advantage of the plea deal and plead responsible to the added double parking. She would request a payment plan from Your Honor of $100 per month.
All right, Miss Hill, when can you start that first payment? Can't hear you.
2 seconds. Let me just check my calendar. Sorry. Today is February 19th. I could probably do the first payment March 19th.
All right, so it's $100 a month, March 19th, and then a month later.
Okay.
Right?
March
It
and
works?
Yep, March and April. Yes.
You're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Belcher.
Judge,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it and it says that it's closed and filed in the closed room, but it still has a $65 balance. So that's when I'll need to refer to somebody out there. I'm going to print it and I'll take it out there.
All right. Mr. Loving, can you hear me? You're muted. You're
Okay.
muted. There you go.
Okay.
Did you hear that? It's an old 2009 seatbelt ticket for 65 bucks.
And I still owe it?
That's what our records show.
Okay. Well, can I go ahead and take care of that with the other one today?
Yeah, but if you pay online, we're going to charge you extra money because we use a third-party vendor.
Okay. Can I come?
Your files, I threw your file in another pile already. Where do you live?
I live in Flat Rock. I'm not far from you. I can bring it. How do I
Yeah.
pay you?
Yeah, you
Right.
can pay it face to face at the door between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. or drop it in the Dropbox 24/7.
Oh, okay. So I can come down and I can pay it today then?
Sure.
Okay. Very
Awesome.
good. I
Drive
want to
safe.
take care. Yeah, I want to take care of both.
Drive safely.
Alrighty, sir. Thank you much.
You're welcome.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Paula, let's see what we can do for Mr. Horton.
Yeah, he's scheduled at 10:30.
He's been hanging out for a while. He's not connected yet. Who else has been in there a while? We'll bring them in and find out who they are.
Deshaun Reed keeps popping in and out.
I don't see a file on him unless he's was earlier and I put him in the no-show file already.
I think he was. Let me see.
Yep. What time was he scheduled?
9:40.
See if he connected.
He is.
Mr. Horton, are you connected?
Yes, good morning. How are you?
Wonderful. Good morning. Give me just a second.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Horton, I've got two files here from March 12, 2015. Mr. Reed?
Miss Reed, hello.
Miss
how are you?
Reed, hang out right where you're at. We'll be with you in a second. Mr. Horton failed to yield to a stationary authorized emergency vehicle, which is a misdemeanor, and drove while licensed, suspended, revoked, or denied, which is a misdemeanor. Each one is punishable by up to $500 fines plus court costs, each one up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
The prosecutor has made an offer on the file. If you plead to the fail to yield, the drove while licensed, suspended, revoked, or denied would be dismissed. That's the offer being made today. Are you prepared to go forward without an attorney, or would you like to speak to our court-appointed attorney?
No, I'm ready to move forward.
All right, do you know what you want to do?
Is it possible I can still pay it?
Well, yeah, but we got to know what you're paying first. So are you suggesting you're going to take the deal?
Yes, I am taking the
Okay,
deal.
if you plead to the fail to yield, I'm going to assess fines and costs, and then we can talk about payment.
Yes.
That's what you want to do, sir?
Yes.
All right, tell me what happened on March 12, 2015 at a location near 994 and 275. What happened that makes you think you're guilty of that charge, sir?
I was hopping on a ramp, 94 ramp to be exact. And I was coming on the ramp and it was an officer pulling someone over. I remember now. It was a state trooper.
Right.
And I was trying to yield, like get over in another lane, but it was a car in another. But it was kind of crazy because once I got on the freeway, right there, it was like the 275 exit too. So I was like, as soon as I got on 94, I was getting on 275 at the same time, and the officer was pulling somebody over. It was kind of like a bad situation. I couldn't get over, and by the time I was able to get over, I was already getting onto the 275, putting my right blinker on. And then it was another state trooper like 0.3 miles ahead, and he caught me. That was the one that got on the, he flew onto the ramp and was like, you were supposed to yield. And I told him I didn't, I couldn't, but he didn't want to hear what I had to say because I was in the wrong. I didn't have any license, so I was supposed to be driving off, period.
Okay. So when you couldn't get over, did you substantially lessen your speed?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
All right. Jane, I don't think that supports a factual basis. Do you agree? You're muted.
It sounds like you'll have to have a formal hearing, or I could reverse it where instead of we drop the fail to yield and he could plead to the driving while license suspended. Because I think he just admitted that.
I want to say I could be wrong, but I went on like a ticket.
Mr. Horton, why don't you talk to the attorney that's just sitting here waiting for somebody to visit with her?
Okay.
Paul?
Do we want Mr. Bitar or Leanna?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like
Daniel-
Dan's probably
Dan's
tied up with
back
something
in.
else.
Yeah, I'm standing in for him. at the moment.
Miss Reed, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Miss Reed, the prosecutor has asked me to dismiss this charge from April 29th. I'm assuming it's okay with you if I do that?
Yes.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you too. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Okay, let me find out who a few more of these people are, Judge.
I just clicked for Bailey to come in.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, can you hear me?
I can. Who's speaking?
This is Keith Cheek, case number 0 Sierra 3756.
Okay, I don't need your case number, sir. What's your last name?
Okay. Cheek, Cheek.
Cheek.
Yes.
Like Cheek. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning. How you
1040.
doing, sir?
All right, Mr. Cheek, we have a file here from July 20, 2020. It's a misdemeanor registration or plate violation for commercial vehicle. The prosecutor offered to dismiss that if you've got your plate straightened out.
Yes, sir.
And have you plead responsible to a civil infraction with $200 fines and costs.
Sure.
You willing to take that deal?
Yes.
All right, and the paperwork on that vehicle you were driving on the 20th of July is proper now?
Yes.
Awesome. How much time you need to pay the 200, sir?
I can pay it now if you want me to.
All right. I'm gonna give you till next Friday. I'll give you plenty of time to pay it.
Okay.
You're right in Westland, so you might want to drive over and put it in our Dropbox just to save extra fees for that you have to pay if you pay online.
Okay, sir.
Any questions, Mr. Cheek?
No, Your Honor.
All set? Have a nice day, sir.
All set. You
You're
too.
all set. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mr. Bailey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Let me get my paperwork straightened out and then we'll be right with you.
Okay, no problem.
Jane, I don't see an offer on Mr. Bailey's file. He's got a drove while license not valid or improper license from December 27, 2014. Mr. Bailey, Miss Gillis is the prosecutor for Wayne County that's with us today.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Mr. Gibbs? I can't hear her. I heard she said
She's muted.
something.
Miss Gillis, you're muted.
I think he had a no seatbelt too, correct?
He's got a seatbelt violation that's been in default for the last 6 years. He owes $292 on that.
Yeah. What's his record look like? I didn't make.
He's got a lot of clearances he needs. Ann Arbor, 3 out of Grosse Pointe, 2 out of Harcourt, and 3 out of Hamtramck. No, I'm sorry, 5 out of Hamtramck. That sound about
No
right,
ops.
Mr. Bailey?
Yes, sir.
All right. No ops, Jane?
No ops.
All right, Mr.
I remember him. He had a bad record.
Yeah, Mr. Bailey, we'll talk about payment on that old seatbelt civil infraction in a minute, but on the misdemeanor, drove while license not valid or improper license.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, the no ops doesn't really give him any break, Jane, because it's still misdemeanor penalties, still the same, goes on his record. Would you be willing to do an auto? At least that'll save him from an additional suspension, maybe?
A what?
Allow unlicensed driver.
Yeah, okay, we can do allowing.
Give me just a minute. All right, Mr. Bailey, allowing an unlicensed driver to operate will not result in any license sanctions, so there's no points. It basically tells the Secretary of State when it goes on your record that on that day, you loaned your keys to somebody and they used your car, and when they got stopped, they weren't licensed, they weren't supposed to be driving.
Okay.
Okay? The unlicensed person at that time was you, but the Secretary of State doesn't know that. You with
Right.
me?
Yes.
That might save you some license sanctions from the underlying charge, the original charge. So if you're willing to plea on that one, I'll dismiss the original one. We'll talk about fines and costs on that one and the seatbelt, and we'll set you up with some kind of payments.
Yes, I do, sir. I plead
All right.
guilty.
Did you in fact drive a vehicle on that December 27, 2014 date at a location in Romulus?
Yes.
And at the time, was your license suspended, revoked?
Yes.
I'll accept the plea and dismiss the original charge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir. I've got your address on Cross Street. Is that a good one?
Yes, sir.
And phone number we've got for you is a 627-8370 number.
No, sir. I have a new number now.
Please.
Area code is 517-662-7707.
Thank you. Anything you want to share with me before I set the terms of your sentence?
No, not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Fines and costs on the misdemeanor, $450. Add that to what you owe on the seatbelt, and the total is $742. Can you make payments on those?
Yes, sir.
Let's do monthly payments at work.
Yes, sir.
How much, how often, or how much, and when can you start?
I can start 50 today and by every 2 weeks.
All right, I'm going to give you until next Friday just to give you some extra time.
Okay.
We'll always take it early. We'll always take extra.
No problem.
If you pay online, it's going to cost you extra money because we use a third-party vendor. So you can mail us a check, you can drop money or money orders or cashier's checks in our Dropbox, or Monday through Friday, 9 to 2, we can do a face-to-face transaction for you.
That sounds good, sir.
All right. Any questions, Mr. Bailey?
No, sir.
Good luck, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Gales.
You're welcome.
Are we ready on Mr. Horton's file, Ms. Belcher?
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready.
What are we doing?
Your Honor, I had an opportunity to renegotiate the plea offer with Ms. Gillis. It's my understanding that Mr. Horton will be pleading to an added count of no ops with the 2 original charges dismissed.
Wonderful. Is that correct, Mr. Horton?
Yes.
You understand the possible penalty for that added charge?
Yes.
And you discussed your rights with Ms. Belcher. You understand those rights?
Yes.
Did you drive a vehicle on March 12, 2015 at a location near 94 and 275?
Yes.
And at that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
I'll accept the plea. Ms. Belcher, you satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Horton, I've got your address on Eureka, and I've got a phone number for you, 398-7436. That good info?
Yes.
Thank
Thank you. Anything you want me to consider, sir, before I sentence you?
Your Honor, he's working to clear up his record. He did mention to me he has 1 suspension remaining in Allen Park. He's taken care of about 8 or 9 already, so he's working really hard to get his driving privileges reinstated, excuse me.
Okay. All right. Mr. Horton, on this file, fines and costs total $545. I can set you up with a monthly payment plan, or I can give you a due date within 30 days.
You can set me up on a payment plan.
How much can you pay every month, Mr. Horton?
100.
And when can you start?
I'm actually on UIA, so I'm not sure when this payment will process.
If I give you till March 5th, that gives you 2 weeks. That give you enough time to get started?
Definitely.
You sure? Go ahead, Ms. Belcher.
I was just gonna ask, I know these are older files. I'm not sure if the suspensions are on his record or if he's already paid
It
the
looks
clearance.
like he's paid the clearances.
Okay, that's what I wanted to clarify. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Thank you.
No problem. March 5, give you enough time, Mr. Horton?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
All right, I'm going to kick you out of the meeting now because I've been waiting all morning to be able to say Elvis left the building.
Thank you, Ms. Belcher.
You want to try Matthews again, Paula?
Yeah.
That wasn't Sharon going to call him?
I think she was, or was that Connors?
I don't know. I seem to have lost Matthew's file though.
And Matthews still is not connected. I've sent him numerous chats.
All right, let me take a minute to try to call him. No, this is the one that Sharon was supposed to call.
Okay.
Well, let's find Sharon. We'll find out what's going on with that. I'm bringing these people in. Let's find out who they are.
Hello. John
Yeah,
Hicks.
is this John's iPhone?
It is.
Can I get your full name, please?
John Howard Hicks.
Hicks. Okay. We've been trying to get you in and out all morning.
I know I'm not the best
That's
technically.
fine. We just keep trying until we win.
All right.
And Rob J., can you give me your full name, please?
Robert Joseph Jones.
Oh, yeah. Does he have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Me, John Hicks. I don't.
No, Robert
No.
Jones, do you have an
No,
attorney?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Did I make an offer on Hicks?
I'm trying to find, yeah, I got files here. Let me look.
I think I did.
You did. Mr. Hicks, the offer from the prosecutor is you plead responsible to one plate violation, or excuse me, one defective equipment and an expired or no license plate civil infraction and a misdemeanor operate without proper group designation would be dismissed. Do you understand that?
I'm just paying a ticket then.
Yeah, it'd be a civil
Basically.
infraction, no points, fines and costs. The 90-day misdemeanor and the other civil infraction would be dismissed.
Okay, so does this like go on my record then?
Defective equipment does not.
Okay, so then I guess I'm good with that. Yes.
All right. Fines and costs on this one, $300. Can you pay that within 30 days?
I can.
Address on Russick Lane, correct?
Correct.
All right, let me confirm a phone number for you, please.
Did you want to see any documentation on everything being fixed on the truck or anything like
Nope.
that? Okay.
Prosecutor didn't make a condition on that. I just need your phone number.
248-514-3823.
3823 and $300 within 30, correct?
Correct.
Any questions?
Nope.
You're all set.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Judge, I'm going to put Miss Gillis and Mr. Jones into a breakout room.
Okay.
Okay. Hang up here.
Darren, what's your last name?
Berger.
Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right. Unfortunately, I just lost the prosecutor and there's no offer in your file. So I'm gonna have to wait for the prosecutor to get back, find out what she wants to do on this file. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Put you on mute.
I'm sorry, what was that last name, Judge?
Berger. 1050.
Okay, and I have Mr. Collier in the waiting room, Leanna.
Yes, Paula, I'm ready. I will need Jane. It's a motion.
Okay, do you need to speak with him, honey?
No, I'm ready to go.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Greer,
Yes,
Did
I'm trying to, is Mr. Matthews, are you able to hear us?
He's not connected
He's
yet.
still not connected. Did you make contact on the phone with him?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. And he was going to switch over and try to use his wife's phone. But I told him that I would call and put him on the speaker.
All right, let's do that. Let's try to accomplish something. He's been in our meeting room all morning.
I know. So I'm just gonna call him and put him on
Absolutely.
speaker.
Sure.
Thank you, Judge.
Detective Nees, how are you?
Hi, good morning, sir. How are you, Judge?
Good, good. Which file are you on?
This is going to be Mr. James Willis.
He's at 11, a trial with Roy Nunley.
Yep. All right. Got you here, and I thought. All right, we'll put you on ice until we're ready for you.
Sounds good, sir.
Sir, with the iPhone, can you tell me what your name is, please? Sir, with the button-up shirt iPhone, can you tell me what your name is?
I'm sorry, Raymond Thomas Jr. I was having trouble with the Zoom app. I apologize.
No, you're fine, sir. Okay, Raymond Thomas Jr., thank you.
Time.
That's what I'm looking for now. What time were you scheduled to? Oh, here he is, Judge, 10:40.
Yeah, I've been trying to get the app to work for maybe like 15. I just didn't understand it.
Your Honor, I do have Mr. Matthews on my phone and he's on the screen as well whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Mr. Matthews, can you hear me?
Just turn this.
Sir.
All right. Ms. Greer, your appearance for Mr. Matthews.
Sharon Greer appearing on behalf of Mr. Felton Matthews.
And what are we doing today?
Your Honor, this is our final pretrial. We were determined whether the complainant would appear. If not, we were going to move forward and ask the court to dismiss this case against Mr. Matthews.
And Ms. Gillis, I don't think we found the complainant. Let me find that name again.
What did I do with that?
Name is Javon Williams.
I had a file on. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. The victim doesn't want to go forward anymore. Dismiss it.
Thank you very much. We will accept that.
And I do not see any cash bonds, so I don't think we've got any more business with Mr. Matthews.
And we
sounds good. Was there a bond, Mr. Matthews? No, ma'am. Okay. All right.
You're
Thank
all
you, Your
set.
Honor.
Thank you, Sharon.
We're ready on Jones, too. He's going to plead.
All right, where'd he go?
He was in a breakout room with me.
I'll bring him out.
All right, Mr. Thomas, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we've got two files with your name on them, Mr. Thomas, from June 4, 2020, a misdemeanor operating without security.
Yes, sir.
And a civil infraction, failed to stop assured clear distance ahead.
Sir.
If you now have insurance, the prosecutor is willing to dismiss the misdemeanor if you plead responsible to the civil infraction. You understand that?
Not really. I don't even have a car at the moment, so I don't have insurance, but I don't understand the other part either.
Whose car were you driving on June 4th?
I said I was driving my girlfriend's, but she has more than, he has 2 cars, and I was like trying to fix my truck at the time, but I ended up selling it.
Okay. Ms. Gillis, do you hear all that?
Right. What's the civil infraction?
Failed to stop assured clear distance ahead accident.
You can just plead on that.
Mr. Thomas, if you plead on the civil infraction, the misdemeanor would be dismissed. You understand that?
Plead guilty on that.
Well, you plead responsible on a civil infraction, guilty on a crime.
Okay, I'm not sure. Never been through this
No,
before.
that's all right. It's all right. Now, got to let you know, failed to stop assured clear distance ahead. That's going to go on your record with Secretary of State. There's probably some points, and it'll probably affect your insurance. But that gets you out from under that misdemeanor.
Yeah, it's better than a misdemeanor. I said points come off after time, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, this is just my first accident. Like I was trying to, like I was saying, it was I had insurance up until a month before I crashed, but I just didn't at the time. So
yeah, my mother's always telling me luck and timing, luck and timing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was working 2 jobs going into the pandemic, and I'm working 1 now, so it's finances too, definitely. But
well, if you're worried about the money, I'll work with you on the money on this one. I'll give you time to pay, set you up with payments, whatever you need.
okay, thank you, I appreciate it.
You want to take the deal then?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll take your plea on the civil infraction. It's $245. You want a due date, or you want me to give you a payment plan?
I can do a due date. What will be the date by?
Can you pay it within 30?
Yeah, I get paid a couple times in that time frame.
Okay, you're all set. Any questions?
No, sir. Well, yes, sir. How do I pay online? Can I come in?
Yeah, you're local, so if you pay it online, it's going to cost you extra money for the online fees. If you come into the court, you can pay it face to face between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, or you can drop it in our drop box around the clock.
Okay. All right.
All right. Good
Thank
luck.
you. Thank you.
Ms. Gillis, Mr. Berger, who is in our meeting right now, there is no plea in the file. It is a conservation ticket. The officer that wrote the ticket, looks like Officer Luther wrote the ticket.
Oh.
It was a shining ticket.
Judge, it looks like we have somebody from Lansing MSP.
Oh, that's for the trial.
Okay, okay.
Kellogg, that's for the trial.
It doesn't have a name, it just gives where they're from.
Yeah.
I'll give you a minute to look and see if there's going to be an offer on that file for Mr. Berger. I'm going to bring Mr. Goodwin in.
Never know. The DNR stuff is so out there to me.
I think that's for Curtis Goodwin, Judge.
I'm assuming he's using somebody's phone.
Yeah. Mr. Goodwin, please unmute your phone or your device, whatever you're. Okay, and this is the name of the case is Curtis Goodwin. Is your name Curtis, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm going to correct that so we all know who we're talking to.
Mr. Goodwin, I've got a couple files here with your name on them from September 28, 2020. Failed to stop a property damage accident, a misdemeanor. And a civil infraction, no insurance. The prosecutor's made an offer. If you plead responsible to the civil infraction, she'll let me dismiss the misdemeanor. You understand the offer?
Yes.
Do you have enough information to make a decision on that offer?
No, sir.
What do you need to know?
I just need to know, as far as like when the situation happened, far as the situation when it first happened, when the accident occurred, and how.
Okay, Mr. Goodwin, I asked you if you had enough information. You said no. That implies that you want more information, not that you're going to give me information. Is there some
sir.
question I might answer for you that would help you make a decision on this offer?
No, sir.
Would you like to talk to an attorney today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we can make that happen. Mr. Batar?
Yes, Judge. What was the offer on Mr. Goodwin again, please?
Yeah, the charge is a misdemeanor charge of fail to stop property damage and a civil
Okay.
infraction, no insurance. The offer was plead responsible to the civil, the misdemeanor gets dismissed. Mr. Goodwin, we're gonna put you in a private breakout room with the attorney so you can have some conversations. Mr. Jones, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I've got a file from September 2nd, 2018, false report of a medical or other emergency. The prosecutors offered a civil infraction, double parking with fines and costs. If you plead to that charge, the misdemeanor would be dismissed. Do you understand the offer?
Yes, sir.
What do you want to do, sir?
Plead to the double parking.
I'll accept your plea to the double parking civil infraction. I'll dismiss the misdemeanor. Fines and costs on the civil infraction, $300. Can you pay that today, or do you need a payment plan? Due date within 30 days? How do you want to handle it?
Could I please have a payment plan? I'll probably
Sure.
pay it well before, but
No problem. How much can you commit to every month, and when can you start?
just do 150 a month. I'll probably
Starting
have
when?
it paid off in a month, yes, sir.
All right.
I'm not sure what.
Next
2 weeks
Friday,
maybe?
too soon?
Can you go a little further, one more week,
Sure.
perhaps?
One Friday, one more Friday, March 5th?
Yes, sir.
You're sure?
March 5th.
2 weeks from
Yes.
today?
Yes,
All
I
right,
can
any
do it.
questions?
No, sir.
Have a nice day, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Whew.
We're getting there, Jane.
I know it's killing my back.
And Ms. Gillis, are you ready on Berger?
Burger.
Mr.
You know-
Berger is the conservation ticket.
Your Honor, I'm not prepared to make an offer at this time. He can either
Okay.
ask for a hearing or,
All right,
Get an
Mr.
attorney.
Berger, there's no offer being made by the prosecutor's office, so your options are you can plead guilty to the misdemeanor as charged, or you can set this case for trial. Do you understand your options, sir? You're muted, Mr. Berger.
Oh, hello, are you there?
Yes,
I'm not guilty, Your Honor.
okay. You want to set it for trial then?
Yes, sir.
You want to talk to an attorney? Have you talked to an attorney before?
No, I have not.
Would you like to talk to one?
Sure.
All right, Mr. Batar, we'll put you in a breakout room. Didn't we just bring you out of a breakout room?
Yeah, with
Yes,
Mr.
Judge, I
Goodwin.
talked to Mr. Goodwin. We're ready on Mr. Goodwin
All right.
if he's back.
All right, so Mr. Berger, give me just a minute. We'll put Mr. Batar in with you in a breakout, just a second.
Okay, thank you,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Batar, your appearance for Mr. Goodwin, please.
Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Goodwin, Your Honor.
And what are we doing?
Judge, he's going to take the offer. He's going to plead guilty, responsible to the civil infraction. That is no proof of insurance. Is that correct, Judge?
no,
No insurance.
But it's still a civil infraction?
It is. I mean, that's
Okay,
the way they
then,
got it
yeah.
written up.
He's ready to plead responsible to that charge. The misdemeanor will be dismissed, Judge.
All right, Mr. Goodwin, that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept your plea to the civil infraction, dismiss the misdemeanor. Fines and costs on the civil infraction, $220. Can you pay that within 30 days, or you want to set up monthly payments?
I set up a payment.
How much?
I will be able to do 50.
And when can you start, sir?
I could start not this week, but the week after next I could start.
2 weeks from today?
Yes, sir.
That's the 5th.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, sir.
You're all set.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Paula, you want to put Mr. Batari in with Mr. Berger, please? Mr. Collier, are you there?
Yes, I am.
What time were you scheduled? I'm just trying to find the paperwork.
11 o'clock, Judge.
Thank you. Why do I not have that file? Yeah, I don't have a file.
Yeah, you do. I filed a response and Paula put it inside the other day.
That don't mean I got it. Well, providing I can find the file, are we ready on that one?
Yes.
It was
Yes,
put back in the stack, Judge.
Okay, you ladies can all tell me what you did with the files, and none of that helps me find it in the stack.
I'm going to call out front and ask Heather to make sure it's not out there.
No, Paula, remember I gave it to you and you put it right in the file when I'm standing there. I mean, that doesn't mean that it hasn't moved since, but.
Does that mean dismissal?
No, but I don't blame you a bit for trying.
Nice try. I gave you A for effort.
All right, I think I remember this one, so let's see what we can do while somebody else finds the file. What was the issue on this one, Ms. Belcher? I think it was probable cause.
Yes, Your Honor. I filed a motion to suppress the blood results based on a lack of probable cause for the search warrant that was submitted to Mr. Collier's blood.
Right, and I actually saw the response that Ms. Gillis filed. I think seemed like it was weeks ago, but it was probably yesterday.
It was probably yesterday.
Yeah.
It was a couple of days ago.
So ladies, why don't you hit the high, hit the high points of your arguments and we'll go from there.
Yes, Your Honor. Do you want me to start?
Please.
Okay. So Mr. Collier was found sleeping in a vehicle, Your Honor. It's our position that the search warrant that was submitted for his blood was lacking probable cause because he was not found to be operating within the definition of the term operating. I did elaborate on that definition in my motion. So it's to drive or have actual physical control of the vehicle. I did cite other case law in my motion, Your Honor, that expands on that. So the Michigan Supreme Court in People v. Wood said that once a person is using a motor vehicle as a motor vehicle has put the vehicle in motion or in a position posing a significant risk of causing a collision, then such a person continues to operate it. And it's our position that in this case that Mr. Collier was not doing so. The car was running, but he's allowed to use the car for heat. And I would point the court to, let me grab my case, People v. Burton. In that case, the deputies arrived on scene, the engine was running, the lights were off, and the defendant was asleep behind the steering wheel. And there was insufficient evidence that the defendant was intending to operate his truck as defined by the definition that I stated in Wood. And that's precisely what happened in this case, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Gillis.
On behalf of the people, Your Honor, as I cited in my motion, the people do not have to show that the defendant was observed operating a vehicle, just rather that the, thank you, rather that people must simply establish probable cause that the defendant did operate the vehicle. And I cited numerous cases. I've had this issue many times. I think it's obviously slumped over the wheel, the car is running, the keys are in the ignition. If you look at some of these cases, even the old tradition or the old favor is the guy was in the carnival grounds and he moved his car off to the side and turned it off and fell asleep in it. And they said the Supreme Court still said that that's probable cause. So it's not necessary for the officer to have observed the defendant operating the vehicle for the defendant to be arrested and prosecuted. And in order to do that, because he didn't submit, they could do a blood draw. And then I'd also like to point out on page, I think it's 2 of the affidavit, number 10. And it says the affiant believes the suspect operated the above described vehicle based on the following facts gained from his personal observation. 1, I saw the suspect sitting in the driver's seat. And the second one he checked off is the suspect admitted to the affiant that he had been driving the vehicle. So I think that's enough to get the search warrant. I think.
Your Honor, to clarify about the driving the vehicle, there was no admission by Mr. Collier as to any time frame as to when he operated that motor vehicle. So we don't know if it had been hours or how long it had been.
Right.
That's a great argument for the jury or the trier of fact, but I think that to establish probable cause to get a search warrant, I think the officer laid out plenty of good guidelines.
Yeah, I agree. If I was a trier of fact and I was looking at these arguments as to one of the elements.
That thing that we were watching, that is it really muted?
I don't know where the echo's coming from.
Muted.
It's Paula. No.
Nope, it's Mr. Berger. Yeah, if I was looking at this as a trier of fact for one of the elements of the crime, a whole different ballgame. But as probable cause for the issuance of the search warrant, I think there was enough. So Ms. Belcher, motion denied.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can we pre-try this case today, or where are we at with the file? Well,
I
bad
believe
pun,
Mr. Collier.
we still don't know where the file is.
To set the matter for trial.
Okay.
If that's correct, sir, can you unmute yourself and state if that's still what you wish to do?
Correct.
Okay. And have you discussed bench versus jury, live versus Zoom?
I have not, Your Honor, and I'm happy to discuss that with Mr. Collier right now, or if he knows what he wants to do, he can tell the court.
Mr. Collier, have you made that decision, or you need to talk to counsel?
I would like to talk to counsel first, please.
Absolutely. That's why she's here. We'll put you in a breakout room with her.
And Judge and Paula, can I have a breakout room with Jane, please, for a minute?
On Mr. Berger's file?
Yes.
Yep.
You okay, Jane?
You know what? When I'm sitting, I don't know. When I'm sitting and zooming so long.
Mr. Harris, when were you scheduled today?
I believe it was at 10:40, but I could not find my paper for the Zoom. Like I had it in my
10:40.
phone notes.
Are you
but I couldn't.
Antonio Harris?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, is your name Antonio Michael?
Yes, Antonio Michael Harris.
All right, let me
Birthday.
find your file.
Okay.
I've gone through all this stuff. You're welcome to do it. I mean, I had them yesterday because I remember seeing the motion, but I don't know what happened to it. All right, let's see what we got here.
All right.
I've got a civil infraction from May 25, violation of seatbelt law. I've got a misdemeanor from that date, operating without a license or with multiple licenses. That misdemeanor is up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
The prosecutor has made an offer. If you plead guilty to the added charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to operate your vehicle, then both the original charges will be dismissed. The main difference between allowing an unlicensed driver to operate and the current misdemeanor that you're charged with, allowing an unlicensed driver has no license sanctions. There's no points. Secretary of State will not give you a longer suspended period. It won't affect your driving at all. It is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to $500 fines plus court costs. It is punishable by up to 90 days in jail, but there is no license sanction. You understand that?
Yes. Could I ask something right fast?
Go ahead.
I have my license now.
Okay.
Does that help anything or no?
I can't speak for the prosecutor, but I'm assuming just by history watching this prosecutor work, she probably knew that from looking at your driving record and took that into consideration. But I don't know that for a fact. And right now she's in a breakout room talking to somebody else.
Okay. So is it possible just to pay the fine?
If you take the deal, If you plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to operate, I am going to assess fines and costs, and then we can talk about a payment plan.
Okay.
You got enough information to make a decision, or do you want to talk to an attorney or get more information somewhere?
I really don't. I kind of don't understand the ticket. Like I was trying to really. Could you just like explain it a little bit better to me?
Yeah. When you got the ticket in May, you were charged
Yeah.
with two things. One was a civil infraction for the seatbelt. The second one was a misdemeanor charge.
For driving on a suspended.
Well, they didn't charge you with that, but that's what it was. Basically saying that either you had multiple licenses or no license. All right. That
Yeah.
misdemeanor, if that went on your record, that tells Secretary of State that on 5/20/20 you were driving when you weren't supposed to. So if you were in the middle of a 1-year suspension, they'll probably add 1 year from May 25th, 20.
See, also though, what happened? Do you remember me? I
don't. I'm sorry, Mr.
No.
Harris.
All right, but I had got a DUI a while back with you guys. I believe it was in like 2018.
Okay.
But when I had my lawyer there, we got everything solved, and then I had a 6-month suspension through you guys. So that's the only reason I was driving, because
Let me stop you. Okay. The suspension wasn't through us. If it was as a result of a drunk driving, the Secretary of State suspended you because of that drunk driving conviction, right?
Okay.
Right. Because the only way the court, quote unquote, suspends people, and even then we don't, is if we let Secretary of State know that you haven't taken care of your business on a traffic matter, they'll suspend you because you didn't take care of your business.
Okay. See,
So
yeah, that's the only thing.
It's just wording. I just want to make sure you understand that I didn't suspend you for the drunk driving. I don't have that authority.
Okay.
I let the Secretary of State know that we're handling a drunk driving conviction for you, and then they suspend you.
Okay, see, yeah, because when I went back to Secretary of State, I didn't know that I had to go renew my license. So when I was driving that day, that's why that happened.
And I've got no problem, Mr. Harris, A, if you want to talk to the court-appointed attorney, or B, if you want me to let you talk to the prosecutor herself today. I just can't do that right now. I can give you an attorney right now, but the prosecutor's busy with another file right now.
I mean, longest I could just take the fine. I'll just take the fine.
It's up to you. I can tell you exact. I'm going to charge you $545. I know that already.
Okay.
If you want to talk to an attorney, get some advice from an attorney, we got them available.
Yeah, because if I take an attorney, then I'm probably be coming out of more cash, huh?
No, we don't charge you for that. No.
Okay. Yeah, I like to run it over with one day.
Okay.
Mr. Batar is in the breakout room with Jane Gillis.
Mr. Harris, as soon as we can, we'll put you in a breakout room with Mr. Batar. He's our court-appointed attorney today.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Which one is Royce on?
I'm on Berger. Oh, Royce, I'm sorry.
Which one, Royce?
Willis, James Willis.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a trial, right?
Yep.
Yep. All right. Looks like we're in a holding pattern right now.
Just give us a few seconds, Leanna.
Okay, Paula, do you know if the judge has a schedule for June yet open?
Well, I'm the one who does it, so
Okay,
I have my calendar here. And is that when you want a trial?
yeah, he wants to request an in-person bench trial, but he's a school teacher, so we were just gonna ask if it could be in June so he didn't have to miss work.
Let me see what we've got here.
Miss Belcher, you got something ready?
Yes, Judge, we're ready.
Judge,
On.
I'm looking
Collier.
something up for her, a date.
Okay.
We
We're
have
gonna-
June 2nd and June 9th. Leanna,
The 9th works for me.
okay. But let the judge know what's going on.
Yes, Your Honor. We're requesting an in-person bench trial, but we're requesting a little bit later of a date because my client is a school teacher, so he would just
Sure.
like to do it after school has ended.
Sure. Sure. All right. Paula, we got all that?
Here you go, Judge.
You found it? Thank you. Would it go out with the other stuff?
In that box.
It was in the stuff that they brought out to me to disposition, Judge.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, ladies. All right, so Mr. Collier, you understand you do have a constitutional right to a jury trial and you're waiving that right, correct?
Correct.
Thank you, sir. And that date was June what?
9th.
11 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
Bond is continued.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
I'm sorry,
You as well.
that was a live bench trial?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Paula.
Bye.
And Mr. Batar, what are you ready on?
Can I have another breakout room with Mr. Berger now, Judge?
Yes, you can.
Give me 1 second here, Dan.
Okay.
Mr. Harris, have you spoken with the attorney yet? I can't hear you. You're muted.
No, ma'am.
Okay, he's still taking care of that case. He just got out of the breakout room with the prosecutor and is talking to that client.
I just got a question about it. If I just take that, he said it wouldn't affect my license now.
Well, I can't answer your questions, the legal questions. So if you'll just hang on a few minutes, Mr. Batar will be with you.
All right, thank you.
Or do you want to talk to the judge again?
Can I talk to Joyce Nunley?
I just talked to the judge.
Okay, hang on.
Tony, come on, get up. Get up. Get up. You can't come in here slippery. Get up, Tony.
Okay, Jane, what did you say about?
I just want to talk to Royce Nunley real quick. I'm ready on my trial, I think.
Oh,
Where's
in a
is
breakout, you
Millisor-
mean?
Yeah, is Millisor checked in?
Who?
Millisor, the officer Millisor?
Yes.
There's somebody
James,
from Lansing
he is here.
MSP.
We're together. My apologies for interrupting. We're on one Zoom, so I'm just technically the filling in OIC, but Millisor is here, and I do believe we have Miss Kellogg from MSP.
Yeah, we have two witnesses for that trial,
Yeah.
but I talked to Royce Nunley before we go
Okay,
in.
yeah.
Okay, let me
Scott is
put
here.
you in a room. Did you speak with Mr. Harris, Judge? Okay. He said he really just has one question about the points on his license. And he doesn't want to wait for the attorney. He'd just rather talk to you about it.
Mr. Harris, your question was?
So it's not gonna affect if I just take the misdemeanor, it's not gonna affect my license now.
Correct. There will be no adverse effect on your license. There's no
Okay.
points on this charge, and the Secretary of State's not going to resuspend you because of this charge.
Okay, I just take that charge and I pay the $500.
All right. Mr. Bitar,
Yes, Judge.
sounds like Mr. Harris is willing to take the deal to the allow on license.
Sounds like a plan, Mr. Harris.
Thanks a lot.
All right. So on May 25, 2020, did you drive a vehicle at a location that was near 94 on Inkster Road?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes, sir.
I will accept your plea to the added charge, and I will dismiss the original charges, both of them.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. As I already told you, fines and costs on this would be $545.
Yes, sir.
And I
get
think
out
we
of here.
talked about the fact that you wanted a payment plan, correct?
Yes, sir.
How much can you pay every month?
I could really pay it all off. I just need like a week, and then I just pay the whole $540 off.
All right, I'm gonna give you till March 5.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
No, sir. Thanks a lot. Have a
You're
great day.
welcome. You're welcome.
All right.
Did your client stay behind?
I told him to exit. Mr. Berger, he should have come out. I guess he hasn't, though.
No, he's
That
still
was
in there.
Antonio Harris, correct, Judge? That one you just did?
Yes, sir.
He's still in there. I'll see if I can get him out.
Okay.
Dan, I know on some of these DNR tickets, there's some mandatories, but I don't know what they are, and there's nothing on the ticket.
Judge, this is going to be a plea to double parking with a $100 fine.
No, it won't. It's got to be at
Why?
least 145 because of the state fees.
Oh, well,
Yeah, yeah. Or
Okay.
one, no, that right? $125.
Okay.
okay.
All right, Mr. Berger, double parking, $125.
Yes, sir. Could I get like 60 days to pay that?
I'd rather set you up on some kind of payment plan.
I mean, I'm just out of work right now, Your Honor.
Yeah. Can you make some,
put you on
can
a
you
payment
commit
plan.
to some kind of monthly payment?
Yeah, I could do that.
How much can you pay every month?
I mean, I should be able to pay that within, like I said, maybe first month or two. $50.
Sure.